Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 31 of the Red Force Podcast. My name is Eric Tolato, joining me today is Christian Tolato. And today, ladies and gentlemen, will be a retrospective, a review, a recap, or whatever you want to call it, of Arlong Park. Because there is no chapter this week.
No, there's not.
We got toasted.
We did.
But you know, Oda needs his breaks. Now in Australia at the moment, it's winter. And it's piss and tits outside.
Definitely is.
So you might hear that in the background. We apologise, but we cannot control the weather.
Yet.
Now, it's not a bit like we usually do in How Strong is Shanks, where I add weather effects. This is legitimate. And I would like to remind the people, Christian, that Shanks is the strongest and he's the good king. As always.
Yes.
I'd also like to remind the people to subscribe to the channel.
Oh, here we go.
You know, you could. I'm just putting it out there. You could subscribe. But I
You
doubt
could.
you got this far in the video.
Well, what? 1 minute?
Because you probably didn't click on the video because it's going to be 4 hours long. Now, Christian, One Piece week, thoughts, anything happening?
A fantastic
Yes.
video from the best guy ever.
Indeed.
Going through why Katakuri is a great character.
Christian, we were on the money real early. Well, while everyone was scrambling to come up with solutions.
I was on the money.
Okay. Whatever.
Alright? Eric's over here being like, you're going too far.
Well, you were saying he was going to leave the Big Mouth Pirates and join the crew.
You're going too far.
That hasn't happened yet. Has that happened yet?
You should.
That's what I was complaining about.
You should. But a fantastic video for best guy ever.
Go watch it.
Fantastic.
To learn the knowledge.
We already give you the knowledge.
We give you the knowledge here.
But this guy knows what's up.
You know,
and I see good content. I call that good content.
Validation.
Because he's putting in the work.
Indeed.
You know, he's not just shitting out, you know, who is Tashigi?
Yeah.
No one wants to see that.
It's Tashigi alive. We don't know.
Yeah. Is Tashigi alive? That's a hot take.
You know what I did this afternoon, Christian?
Yeah.
I went on YouTube and typed in top 10 One Piece.
Yeah.
And what came up was top 10 strongest characters in One Piece.
Yeah.
With an obscene amount of views. So, could there be a meme video coming in the future? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, probably not going to get picked up by the algorithm. So it's about.
Fair enough. Do you want to get into the Arlong thing? What the fuck? There's an interview that we're going to go through. The entirety of the, you know, where people were grabbing headlines, you know, One Piece is 80% done. We're going to go through that.
The full interview. Let's get into Arlong Park then.
Yeah, the usual shit as well.
Since you got nothing to say.
Let's go then. Christian, when we left off last time, we got Sanji from the
Yeah, we did. We did get Sanji.
We'll get to learn what Sanji's about in this arc.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more of his character and his interactions with Zoro. I don't know. Thought just a quick little taste for what the people can expect of our opinions of the Arlong Park. What do you reckon?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty good.
Just pretty good?
There's a few itches.
You don't like Arlong Park.
There's a
Am
few
I
itches
hearing
always.
you don't like Arlong
Not a
Park?
perfect arc, but what is?
It's a top 5 arc.
It's good. I wouldn't say it. Christian, let's get into it.
Alright.
Chapter 69, I believe.
Starts with chapter 69. Luffy, on the way to the Grand Line, you know, people start talking about the Grand Line. What is the Grand Line? Some people call it paradise. Already setting up the new world.
Zeph said it was paradise.
Zeph said it was paradise, but already setting up the new world.
Hints that Zeph was somehow in the new world. Christian, thoughts?
I think that's could be true.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. World building here, exposition after arcs, always a staple of the series. It gets crazier and crazier every post arc.
It does.
We look forward to the post arcs, Christian. Some say they're the best parts.
Luffy is taking it too lightly, according to, you know, Yasuko.
Yasuko and Johnny,
Yeah.
but they cried
Johnny's
everything,
up
so...
Yeah. We get the panel of the Seven Warlords, and they look nothing like the Seven
They
Warlords.
just look like swordsmen.
They look like
Mihawk
swordsmen.
doesn't even look like he's there.
With coats. You know?
Okay.
Apparently, Arlong has warlord leverage. A weird line.
Is that a specific quote? What does that mean? Is it that because he's linked to Jinbei? Is that the assumption?
They start talking about Jinbei,
Yeah, Jinbei's
which is the
strongest
first
fishman.
mention.
He used to be equal to Jinbei. Must have been when they were children.
And Arlong's now in the East Blue because Jinbei became a warlord. So does he have warlord leverage?
But what does that mean?
Was he...
A candidate?
Was he... No. Was he sort of... I wouldn't say, like, let go of all his crimes, because he's still got a bounty. But Johnny makes it out to see it. Or
Jinbei
Yasuko makes it seem like somehow the Jinbei situation
I think so. It's
led
probably like
to Arlong going to the East Blue.
It's probably like Jinbei's Fisherman Pirates. He was a part or is a part of the Fisherman Pirates, and therefore he's exempt, perhaps.
Yeah.
That doesn't really explain why he has to give money to the Navy if he's exempt.
Hasn't worked out this system yet.
Not really. We see how he hasn't figured it out. Apparently, the reason why there's a warlord system is that the government get a cut. Thoughts?
Early One Piece, this isn't actually the actual reason.
that could still be the case. They could get a cut.
That isn't actually the reason. What? The only person making money off being a warlord is like Buggy.
Yeah.
Mingo is the king of a country.
Okay.
Why would they get cut? Or do they get a cut from the underground brokers? Probably not, because they don't know about that. They're supposed to know about that shit.
Interesting to see how, like,
weird rules
things
that do not
evolve
apply.
over time.
Warlords are a symbol of power, and they're one of the three pillars of the world government, of the world. Alright. So, Sanji's dreaming of mermaids.
Classic.
We cut to Arlong Park. Captain Nezumi takes his cut of Arlong's cash.
Yes.
Corruption there. The government working with Arlong to keep his operation going. So, Arlong speaks the language of money. And that's the only thing that matters to him at this point. But we all know that he's racist.
Yes.
And he's a piece of shit.
And he's also trying to get money for his Arlong Empire.
Which is like,
that's not how that works.
His dream is on par with Germa's.
Okay.
He wants to rule the East Blue.
He's far behind Germa, which is saying
is
something.
He?
Well, at least Germa have an entire kingdom mobilized and millions of troops.
Yeah, but how many countries have they taken over? 0.
There must be a few at least.
Well, apparently they have no
Arlong has
land.
a small village.
Apparently they have no actual land.
Arlong has a very small village, Christian.
I'm just saying, Judge has a East Blue.
What do you mean? Judge is top 5.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about how Luffy's drawing pictures of mermaids funny?
Yeah, it's classic One
upset.
Piece gags. Nami comes back. Okay, so Hachi takes Nizami back to his ship just to establish that this is what Hachi does. Nami comes back
in the Octopot
to the village, to Arlong Park. She saves a kid from going in there because Arlong killed his father.
Yes.
Nami's met with Arlong pirates, and they throw a party for her return. So they do like Nami, right?
Yeah. There's kind of like a weird deception thing going on with a few of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. She's been there since she was a kid, so...
That's the opening to Arlong Park. Chapter 70. Zoro and Sanji arrive outside Arlong Park.
Yep.
No, not Zoro and Sanji. Zoro and Usopp's group.
Zoro and Usopp and Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tell up Zoro for Warty to go straight into Arlong Park.
Usopp makes the excuse that your wounds are still fresh, etc., etc. Now, interesting point coming up. Fishmen turn up.
Yeah.
Usopp just abandons Zoro.
They abandon Zoro and the ship.
Real quick.
Usopp abandons people very quickly. So, Usopp is going into
People
Coco
say
Village.
Usopp hasn't grown as a character, ladies and gentlemen, evidence.
Yeah, but when it matters...
I mean...
It's kind of a gag.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, Usopp is going into Coco Village to find Nami. After seeing the fishermen, They sail right past, but the fishermen attack the ship anyway.
Yep.
Usopp and Johnny abandon the ship. They arrive at the village that has their houses flipped upside down from the Arlong attack.
What's it called? Oro Village or something?
Something like that. Alright, so we get the information that fishermen are 10 times the strength of humans. Is that a base stat?
I guess so. It's from Johnny, so whatever.
So if you're a base human, a base fisherman, it's 10 times.
Now, I'm going to stop you here at this point, right? What are we, like, 2 chapters in Arlong Park? 3, maybe?
Yeah, 2.
2 chapters?
Yeah.
Think about those 2 chapters. We're not even in Arlong Park yet. And then think about Wano. The first 3 chapters. Already met up with Zoro, already met up with Hawkins. Already done so much exposition.
I'm pretty sure Zoro meets Arlong in this chapter. So he's already met the final boss. He's already met the final boss.
Okay. Just throwing it out there.
Any more?
Just put it out there. We're going
tidbits?
quick. We're going quick in Wano. That's all I'm saying.
Alright. So, Nojiko time. Usopp runs into Nojiko. She tells the kid, not to touch the fisherman, the same kid that was at Arlong Park trying to stab someone. Nojiko wakes up Usopp, and she's more of a survival at all costs type.
Yes.
Don't throw your life away. Don't be stupid.
Usopp gets knocked out.
Yeah. She knocks Usopp out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To save him from the fisherman.
Usopp finds out that Nami is Nojiko's stepsister. He finds out that Nami betrayed her own people and doesn't trust her now. Usopp, very easy, very quickly to distrust.
I don't know. We'll talk about the how successfully Oda convinces his readers that Nami is maybe evil.
Do I ever buy it?
It's hard to take contact out of it, right?
No, Art Corner.
Okay.
Nami cannot look threatening with this art style. He tries. He gives her the full panel face shots multiple times.
I wouldn't say that.
She does. She never looks threatening.
She doesn't look threatening because she's like... It's a character design, but she looks like... What would I say? I could see the potential for evil in what her expressions are. But, I don't know, do you want to tackle this now? How successful do you think Oda kept you on that edge of like, is she good or bad? Because the first time when Zoro tests her really early...
We'll get to that. But...
I think I think it's okay.
I don't think that's the point of this.
Yeah.
I think the point is, you're supposed to be like, yeah, Nami's good, but she's doing this for a reason. Yeah. It's not supposed to be like Nami's evil. That's what I think it's not supposed to be.
She's wrestling with why she's doing this, but like...
Yeah, I think that's what Oda wants you to think. We know she's good. She saves the kid from going into Arlong.
Yeah.
Straight off the bat. So we know she has a heart. Right?
Yeah. And we know she cares about the Straw Hats because she was crying when she was leaving the Bratier.
Yeah.
So...
I don't think that was the intention.
But it kind of is the intention because, like, he goes out of his way, like, 3 times.
I think...
I feel like it's, like, she... Yeah.
I think Oda wants you to question it, but I think he wants you to come to the conclusion that it's extortion.
Okay.
Because he drops it pretty early that she's doing it to save the village.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of time before the Straw Hats find out that information. So the tension is, how is she going to keep the Straw Hats from getting hurt, but also keep Arlong happy?
Okay.
That's the tension. So, where are we? Usopp finds it, Nami's stepsister finds it. Cut over Arlong Park, Zoro's fond of Arlong. Arlong is being racist, saying the fisherman is the superior race.
Yes.
Zoro finds out that Nami is part of Arlong's crew. Zoro tests her by throwing himself into the water to see what she will do. she didn't save Zoro.
Yes.
Off the bat, we know that she cares about the crew.
Indeed.
She's not cold-hearted.
She's...
Zoro's surprisingly smart in this arc.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say surprisingly.
He's very witty. He has comebacks.
I feel like the intention of like this scene in particular is like, will she? Because she cares about the Straw Hats, but will she come with them? Will she?
Yeah, that's the tension.
Will she save the village, and will they accept her back in the crew after she does these things? You know.
I think that's the tension there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's is she evil, is she not evil. I don't think it's a pudding situation.
And it also kind of builds up to be like Luffy's like will for her to be on the crew.
The navigator, because
Yeah.
Luffy knows, right? Luffy knows.
Evidence of Luffy having emotional skills.
Alright.
Yeah.
Nami saves Zoro,
Yes.
and then we cut over to the man Genzo. Genzo is hoarding weapons,
Yes.
and Arlong doesn't like it. You know, de-arm the population.
How did Arlong find out?
Some informant, some bullshit. Who knows? He found out.
Is it just an excuse to beat the shit out of fucking Gonzo?
It's an excuse to get Arlong out of Arlong Park,
I guess so. And for him to pick up a building.
so Zoro can mess up all his goons.
Yeah. And sit on the throne like a cool guy.
Yeah. So we get that. Nami frees Zoro again. Nami frees Zoro. It's not a question of if she's evil.
Yeah.
It's just not a question. We know
But
she's not.
she beats the shit out of him for being like, why'd you do that? Why'd you test me for?
He's like, I knew.
Zoro's like, I knew,
Zoro has some pretty good one-liners.
Zoro isn't like emotionally attached to Nami at this point. He's kind of like testing her will.
I think he is, and we'll get to that
Okay.
when we comes to her flashback. Dojiko, explains the Alex situation to Usopp.
Yeah, exposition.
He wants to rule the East Blue. Interesting side note, what will Nojiko says, what will happen to the village, only the gods know.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Okay.
Who are the gods? Is it some sort of...
Is it Aimu?
No. Alright? Who are the gods in the One Piece
What
verse?
is the religion of the One Piece
Please
world?
tell me.
There's crosses, religious
I wanna know.
iconography everywhere, Christian. Nuns.
Kuma has a Bible. So Christianity
What's the
exists.
story? How many
Are
religions
there multiple religions?
There could be. But there's a one world government and a one world
The god of the
media.
sea. Constantly mentioned. The devil fruits.
Folktales.
Folktales. Constantly mentioned. I want a deep dive into the religion of One Piece. Will we ever get it? No.
Definitely not.
Definitely
Not
not.
touching that with a 10-foot pole.
I mean, he'll touch racism, but he's not going to touch religion. Apparently.
Okay.
So, that's a little interesting.
I mean, he doesn't touch
sign.
Western religion. This is Buddhism all the time. Buddhism themes.
But he doesn't go deep.
Yeah, it's just like references and shit.
Just
Like
references.
an owl and yeah, there's a lot.
But I want to know about the religion of One Piece.
I'm just not going to tell you about the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
I mean, Kuma might. Kuma might evangelize.
Okay.
So, Arlong is ranting about how humans need to know where they belong.
Setting up racism, fishermen, pirates. We'll understand what that means.
This is more of a side theme.
Yeah.
It's not really...
It's not the theme of the arc, but we understand, like,
It's
why...
there, it's
what
an
fishermen are
undertone.
about.
It's an undertone of the arc.
It comes back, what?
Fish for Island.
400 and whatever chapters
Yeah,
later?
400. Alright, Usopp saves Genzo. He mans up in this moment. He attacks Arlong.
Yes.
Makes the treble situation even more questionable.
Well, what do you mean by that, Christian? I think he's 1,000 years away. And
He's 1,000 years away in the treble situation and he's undetected. Does nothing.
I don't know.
This random idiot that he has no attachment to is about to get killed by Arlong and he shoots him.
Consider this. Usopp hasn't done shit for an arc and a bit. You know what I mean?
What does that have to do with
Maybe
anything?
we're getting something from Usopp.
All I'm saying is that the Dressrosa moment. Why did he run? Why?
Everyone was getting turned into toys. He didn't remember him.
He doesn't even know Gonzo. This is the first time he sees his goon. Saves him. Saves him. Doesn't save the Tontara. They're screaming for him. He's the hero.
Yeah, but he comes back.
Yeah, he has to come back after
I want to read Spectre's panels and see how long it takes him. Because I don't think it's that long.
I think he turns up.
I think the anime makes it look real.
No,
bad.
I think he comes back at the end of the chapter and he's like, yeah.
Okay.
He comes back. I do appreciate that.
I mean, he's against Treble, who can snipe shit.
Arlong
I mean,
is an equal threat.
yeah, but the range threat isn't there.
Arlong's an equal threat to Usopp
Okay.
at the same point of
That's
time
fair.
to Treble. So, what's going on there? You know, what's going on there?
Think about it.
Think about it. And Usopp starts running. Arlong's goons chase after him. Arlong's fucking pissed off. Starts throwing shit.
Picks up a building.
Yep. You know, Usopp gets Arlong gets triggered. You know, saying, you know, Fisherman of the Master Race.
Yeah.
How dare a fucking human attack me? I love how Arlong got absolutely destroyed by Kizaru.
Yeah.
How would he feel about that? You know, how did he feel about that?
Well, when we get to the end of this, right? I'd like to
Why
ask the
is
question.
Arlong so arrogant? When he got his head kicked in.
Well, he gets his head kicked in repeatedly in the future of the series.
Yeah.
We see his flashback. We get a little bit more context into his character. Perhaps 400 chapters too late, but nonetheless.
Is it too? No. I think that adds on a questions.
It adds on a new layer. It definitely adds on a new layer.
Yeah. Right
But-
here, it's fine.
but-
Like, we don't need Arlong's flash. Like,
we might need a little bit more explanation, other than that he's an evil fishman that has ties to Jinbei in some way.
I think the motivation's fine.
Why did he turn up? He just turned up.
Because he had enough of the Grand Line.
Yeah, but he just turned up.
He wanted to dominate.
That's what the way you do.
Exactly.
Does he actually have delusions of grandeur that he thinks he can make an empire?
I think he does. But he knows that Admiral will turn up and kick his fucking head in.
He got kicked. His head got kicked in by Jinbei and Kizaru, and he thinks he's gonna build an empire. And a 20 million berry bounty.
Arlong has delusions of grandeur.
Okay.
He was a man on the Grand Line, so he
fair-
knows about strong people.
To be fair, he was very angry and did challenge Jinbei, and he knew he was gonna get his head kicked in. He didn't change from that fight. I don't think he's gonna change at all.
Alright.
Would I have appreciated a reference to Fisher Tiger, perhaps?
Fisher Tiger does get referenced later on in the story.
Yes.
But not here. So,
Maybe when he's getting defeated, brother Fisher Tiger. But we can excuse that.
come on!
Because Odo's probably hasn't planned that out.
Yeah. Well, come on.
In a perfect world, perhaps.
Unrealistic expectations.
Come on, mate.
Alright, so now we get the information that Nami's doing this to buy back the village.
Yes.
This is the third chapter in this arc.
Chapters feel long.
They are long.
Are the pages long, or is it just...
I think you
dense?
get 20...
Yeah, they feel long.
23 pages.
They feel real long.
Oda, when he was a young man, gave you 23 pages a
You
chapter.
only get 6 8.
Because he is a crazy man. Alright, so...
Well, that's like 5 chapters worth of content, let's say, these days.
Yeah, I guess. Alright. Meanwhile, Zoro beats up the fisherman goons, and that's the end of the chapter. Chapter 73. Zoro catches a ride to go save Usopp from Hachi. Meanwhile, Luffy and Sanji are still on their way to Arlong Park after the events of Baratier because Zoro and Usopp left early
Yeah.
to go after Nami.
Yeah.
Luffy and Sanji stayed behind, so they're behind them. Sanji gets to show how powerful he is by beating up the sea cow.
Kicks.
It's pretty cool kicks, pretty cool power displays. Where was this in Baratier? Couldn't defeat Pearl?
Couldn't defeat Gin.
Come on.
Interesting.
Alright. Arlong finds that Arlong finds that all these fishermen's goons are fucked up.
He's mad.
Zoro did it, and he's upset. You know,
Loves his comrades.
he loves the fishmen.
Yes.
He has a heart, but only for fishmen. Only fishmen. You know? Where are the fish women? He wants to make a master race. How is he going to do that?
I know. Go back to Fishman Island eventually, I guess.
Alright, the goons capture Usopp. They suspect Nami for bringing Zoro here to fuck them up. You know, Nami brought Zoro here to kill Arlong.
Suspicion.
Karate
Man's upset.
Fucking, what's his face?
Karate Man.
Karate Ray Fishman. You know,
40th Dan in Fishman Karate. What Dan is Jinbei? 10,000?
Probably.
Yeah. This fucking chump. Thinks he's fucking top shit.
That's later on.
Ridiculous.
Arlong is about to kill Usopp.
Yes.
Luffy and Sanji tend to seek Cal. End of the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 74. Usopp is trying to convince the Arlong pirates that he doesn't know Zoro, but then immediately uses him as a threat. Funny stuff. Funny antics from Usopp and the Fisherman Pirates. Usopp is disgusted by Nami. Usopp buys this hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
For a liar, he doesn't understand when people lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's very quick to judge Nami.
Does that stay consistent? I think it does.
Yeah, he's always that guy that's like, nah, I don't fucking trust him.
Yeah.
Fuck him. You know, Usopp's that snake.
Yeah.
You know.
The lovable snake.
They suspect Nami, yeah. You know, Hachi comes back, you know.
How does Zoro trick Hachi?
He just says he's Arlong's guest.
Alright.
And Hachi's like, yeah, I'll take it.
Fuck, Hachi's dumb.
Hachi's real dumb. Nami versus Usopp.
Also, maybe continuity error. Alright. Hachi, very upset against people. What about Rayleigh?
What do you mean?
Does he enjoy Rayleigh's company at this point?
Why is he upset about people?
He hates humans. He
doesn't
says
hate
it
humans.
multiple times in this arc.
Why? Hachi?
Yeah.
When?
When he... pretty much at the front, when he takes that Navy dude back to sea.
I'm pretty sure the Navy are like, this guy's weird as fuck.
He says it. I
Okay.
took... Maybe he's just dumb and he's following the rhetoric
Yeah, I
of
don't...
Arlong.
He doesn't see. He doesn't care about giving people rides though. He's not like, no, I'm not giving you a ride. So, I don't know about that. So Nami versus Usopp. You know, that was a pretty cool fight.
Usopp gets fucked up.
Usopp gets absolutely bodied.
Are you happy with this fight for Nami, Christian?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are the Nami fights? Why did she use her staff like a staff, spinning around?
I mean, she's gonna have Zuth and Prometheus at the end of the day, so...
I want to see some staff combat.
Okay.
Swing it around.
How's she gonna fight in a
hit
tight
people.
skirt? You know what I'm saying?
A tight skirt doesn't... You can still fight in a tight skirt.
Limits mobility.
It's a skirt.
She's gotta have a good costume, Christian. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Even though she's probably wearing a kimono. So...
Is she?
It's Wano.
It's probably gonna be a big bikini top with a kimono on it.
Yeah.
No Yoda.
Yeah. So... I don't know where you're going
She's
with
wearing
this.
that dress. He's gonna get another costume change.
Nami gets
When we
like
see her again.
4
That's
costume
true. We
changes
did
an
have
arc.
10 costume changes in Whole Cake Island.
So, you know...
Christian on his crusade for a physical fight with Nami, probably never gonna happen again.
Never gonna happen. So...
So savor the moment. Thoughts on combat here, Christian? Execution by Oda.
It's good.
Decent.
It's good. No real complaints.
He's thinking about it still.
No real complaints here. Alright, so, you know, she needs to convince the other fishermen that she's trustworthy. You know,
Yes.
Nami uses Nami appears to stab Usopp.
But she stabs her in hand.
Yeah. And throws him into the water. The karate guy finds a map with an X on it. And he thinks it's a treasure map. Interesting. This map looks exactly like Australia.
Why does this map exist?
It's the hometown.
But why does she need it? If she knows where her own
Because it's
treasure
her treasure.
is. But why does she need a map of her own treasure?
It's symbolic. Because she wants to buy it back.
So Arlong can find it later.
It's not actual treasure. What are you talking about?
No, whatever.
It's not a store of treasure. That's the threat. That's why the karate guy's like, yeah, it's a mantle of gold that she wants to buy off you. She's trying to trick you.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Okay.
It's the village.
Yeah.
It's the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arlong,
Tangerine Grove.
Arlong, interestingly enough, respects Nami as a human, right?
Yeah.
Says she's an exceptional human. So if the human are useful to Arlong, he will accept them. Thoughts?
Yeah, use them as pawns. Why not?
Okay.
Clearly he's in control of the situation. Got her on a hook, carry her on a stick.
Yeah.
So that's that. So the karate guy, finds a map. Luffy has arrived.
Yep.
On
Gum Rocket.
Fishman on Arlong Park. Chapter 75. They crash right in front of Zoro. How convenient. How convenient to this storytelling. Why? I don't remember Oda doing this. This is so convenient.
Funny man over here, Christian.
One Piece has always been convenient. Shut the fuck up.
There we go. Nice
Rant
little,
over.
Nice little Christian rant there. Wasn't expecting that, but we'll move on.
Oh, I'm so sick of... Oh, Wano's too convenient. How did he find Zoro? Bleh. We need... It's an efficient storytelling method. Do you want Luffy just wandering around doing nothing for 5 chapters? No, you don't.
Alright.
Alright, I don't want to hear it about the pacing. So Eric needs to shut the fuck up. Because...
I didn't say anything about the convenience of
Here
Zoro.
it is.
Alright.
Here it is.
Just taking shots for no reason.
Here it is.
Alright.
Cop the L.
There's no outlet to cop.
A Navy ship appears... I don't know where. The other village informed the Navy that Arlong's doing this.
Is it the implication that the kid somehow got the message up?
It said that it's, someone in the village that got destroyed got the message out.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Who knows who it was? But, Navy appear...
Some fucking retard turns up.
Some incompetent fuck turns up. So, the Fishman Pirates can be hyped.
I like how in the start of One Piece, like, every other Marine soldier's got, like, a different naval outfit. Like, this one's got, like, a buttoned-up, like, jacket with, like...
He still has the
medals
coat.
and shit on it. He's got the coat, but it's not like, just, like, a suit.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, but it kind of just turned into, like, Navy people wearing suits and a cap.
Yeah. This fucking goon gets wrecked by the Fishman Pirates.
Oh, my God.
Do you remember this ever happening?
I remember the character because of fucking Cruz.
Yeah, but do you remember this event?
No, I don't remember this event, and he's the, 77th base in the area?
Yeah.
Who's training these men?
It's abysmal.
What's going on?
It's abysmal. It's abysmal.
Can just random commers join the Navy?
Yes.
Do you get training?
You should.
Because I feel like in the One Piece world, you get a little bit of training and you become a superhero.
No, everyone who's trained is trained since birth.
What about Kobe?
He was like 12.
He had a 6-pack in like 2 minutes.
Trained by Garp.
I guess.
The Fist.
Huh?
So...
That's fair.
There you go. So, they get destroyed. So, Fisherman Pirates can get hyped. Chapter 76.
Yeah, what's the point of this, like...
It's just to hype up the
What's the point of
fisherman.
this chapter? It's just like the fishermen fuck them up.
Yeah.
Alright. Why there's a whirlpool that starts?
It's to be like, why doesn't the Navy just stop this? That's what it's to be like. Because they're too strong.
It wasn't necessary because the Navy was already getting paid off.
Yeah, but there's other Navy bases.
Whatever, it wasn't necessary.
I think it was necessary. Because that question would have been there.
Fucking Garp's in the area.
That question would have been there.
Because he's in the cover story later on.
Yeah, Garp doesn't give a fuck.
Garp's real fucking close as well. He's only a few islands away. Come on, man. Just stop over and wreck this fool.
Doesn't he know about Arlong as well? This is a flashback?
Was Garp involved in the flashback?
He knows about Jinbei.
Yeah, everyone knows about
Jinbei. He talks about Jinbei. Anyway, next chapter. Chapter 76. Nami turns up to confront Luffy. You know, Nami's acting tough. Zoro is about to attack her, but Sanji stops him. You know, the first fight.
Sanji's like, maybe you wouldn't be so angry if you lost to Mihawk. Alright, Sanji.
When have you ever fought a top tier, Sanji?
Alright, Sanji, you cop...
When have you ever fought a top tier?
Sanji, you cop 2 L's in your own arc.
When have you ever fought a top tier? Yeah.
Zoro should reply, maybe also upset because you lost to Gin and Pearl.
Cop 2 L's.
I'm not fighting the fucking world's greatest swordsman here.
First fight for Zoro and Sanji.
Showing their kind of... I feel like it's more malicious at this point than...
Well, they know each other for like a fucking day.
Yeah.
So...
Fair. Also, Zoro has 100% conviction for Luffy at this point. All in. No doubt about it.
Johnny keeps on roasting Nami.
Takes Sanji 3 years to get to this point.
Johnny keeps on roasting Nami.
Why are Johnny and Yazuko still here?
You're a sea witch.
Why are they still here?
They're their companion crew.
I guess.
You're a sea witch. You killed Usopp.
He's counting himself in the crew at the start of the arc as well.
Zoro's like, did you kill Usopp?
Yasuko and Johnny are counting themselves a part of the crew at the start of the arc. They're like, yeah, 5 of us can't enter the Grand Line.
Yeah.
I'm like,
get out of here.
Who invited you on the crew? Get the fuck out of here. Both of you lost a full body.
That's
pretty low feat.
So, Nami tells Luffy to get lost. Luffy's had enough, and he just takes a nap.
Yeah.
He's like, I know that you just want me to ask...
I'm just going to sit here.
Just ask me for help.
And I was like, fine.
And I'll kick Arlong's head in. Just ask me for help. That's all you need to do. Usopp runs crew gets knocked out by Zoro and Sanji by accident. Pretty funny. Usopp, the punishment-taking king.
Definitely.
This cops at all arc.
His durability feats might be the highest.
This cops punishment all arc. Every arc.
Nose gets broken so many times. Christian, how is there any cartilage left in that nose?
It's a very long nose.
Okay.
Alright. Nojiko meets the crew and will tell them the flashback if they promise to leave the island. They're not doing that.
Okay.
Alright. Nozumi arrives and is looking for Nami. Intrigue. Betrayal.
Ooh.
Chapter 77. Luffy has already made up his mind and he doesn't even want to hear about his past because he knows. He already knows.
The true intent
of his crew. Of Nami. Zoro also doesn't care about this flashback.
Yeah.
He falls asleep. Zoro also knows.
Okay.
Because Nami saved him. He knows.
Usopp knows.
Usopp doesn't know. Usopp kind of knows.
Usopp knows. He's like, she can't be a bad woman because she didn't kill me.
Yeah, but he's still kind of questioning it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's fair, I guess.
Nami, flashback time. Flashback with Nami.
Alright, Balmair.
Nami is caught stealing, but Balmair doesn't care.
Yeah.
Then the doors are closed. Why'd you steal? We don't steal in this family. Blah, blah, blah. They're very poor. All that kind of stuff. Nami wants to draw a map of the world. We get her dream. Nami and Nojiko are fighting, and Nami says they're not real sisters. Balmair gets mad and slaps Nami. What difference does it make? Blood relation means nothing.
And there we go, Christian.
The whole point of this arc.
The whole point of the story.
The whole point of the story. Indeed.
It's not a blood relations. Everyone wants to talk about
Or,
Dragon,
or
Luffy's mother.
Where is Luffy's mother?
Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't Naruto. It doesn't matter who Luffy's parents are.
It would be antithetical to the plot.
Zoro's dad isn't the Shogun.
It would be anti-One Piece to have Destroyer's parents in the story.
Parents don't matter.
Parents would matter to One Piece. Alright?
Continue.
It's about it's about the people you surround yourself with.
Sanji's got daddy issues, but, we'll leave those aside. Because Sanji, Flashback, Christian. Thoughts on this flashback? It's promoted as one of the best.
It's a great flashback.
Pretty good.
Balmain?
Yep.
Her intentions?
Weird haircut.
I guess it's supposed to look like an orange or some shit.
Why are they poor? They have a whole mangrove.
They sell oranges.
They have a little orchard.
It's like
That's a business.
It's like 4
They're not dirt farmers. They have produce.
Yeah, they're scraping by.
Why?
They're scraping by.
It's like the only business in the village.
Nah,
that we see.
There's shops.
No
There's
one
bars.
wants to buy tangerines.
She has like 4 rows of plants. It's not a fucking.
I mean, it looks like it's quite a
It's
fair
not
bit.
that many.
All right.
Tangerines.
Well, she's got a lot of area around the house as well.
How much you selling one tangerine for?
Maybe you can increase your efficiency and plant more trees.
How many tangerines?
Maybe she should grow something more robust like potatoes.
How many tangerines? How much is a tangerine?
I don't know, 50 cents?
50 cents. How many tangerines do you have to sell to eat?
Classic. And we're back, Christian. Arlong Park, fucking...
Nami's flashback.
Balmain, real sad.
Balmain.
She dies.
Alright, so blood relation doesn't matter. It's about your family, you choose. All that kind of stuff.
She picked him off.
Nami runs out of the house and goes to Gunzo. Because, she's pissed off that she's poor. Balmain was abandoned on the battlefield. I was about to die when Nami and Nojiko ran into her. She decided to live for those two. Their bond is deeper than blood.
Indeed.
Good message from Oda. Compared to Arlong's message of blood is the only thing that matters.
Yes.
So, there's good themes here. And even though, Arlong then appears, he starts taking money from the townspeople and notices a house off in the distance. Balmain does a sick maneuver at the door, catches Arlong off guard.
She's trained. She's a Navy soldier.
Still gets absolutely...
What's her rank? She's just a Navy soldier.
She still gets absolutely destroyed by Arlong.
Okay, but she does something.
She does something. Arlong chews the gun up.
These guns on the Navy ship just fucking get roasted.
Arlong's too strong for her. That's what you gotta know.
Yeah.
She can't pay the money, but she tells Arlong that she has 2 daughters anyway, because, they see the dinner table, there's 3, set for 3.
Gonzo covers for her, but
she's like, no.
No, they're my family.
To deny.
Can't be denied. Cannot do it.
To deny that Nami and Nojiko are her daughters is to deny her very being herself, and is a fate worse than death.
Now, some Edge Masters would say this is a dumb maneuver. But they don't understand.
Who would say that?
I told you, Edge
Masters. This is conviction. Maybe they don't understand what conviction means. Just like how they don't understand the Katakuri fight, because they don't understand what conviction is.
Yes. They
don't understand what motivation is. They don't understand what pride is. What I'm saying is, they don't understand, human nature.
This still isn't better
because
than Senior Pink.
They're sad men. That's why.
This flashback still isn't better than a Senior Pink flashback. I'm sorry.
I mean, you love that Senior Pink flashback. It's a good flashback.
You know why?
Yeah.
Adds context to the character.
Nami joins the Arlong Pirates to get her tan back from Arlong.
Yes.
Arlong likes her talents. She can draw maps. That's very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Draw sea charts and shit.
To conquer the world.
I'm not going to cry anymore I'm going to fight alone. Powerful flashback. The crew is now pumped to fight Arlong. You know, the Navy take Nami's cash. Twist. Arlong was never going to let her go in the first place.
Now, he says...
I technically didn't fucking do it.
He previously says that he would rather slit his belly than
Break a promise.
But
he technically didn't break a promise.
I don't do dick, I just told him where it was. How did Arlong know where the treasure was?
Well, it's the stash.
Yeah.
Arlong was just like, hey, go rough Nami up.
Isn't that the map?
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know how Arlong found out that this treasure existed.
They had a deal. He knows she has a stash.
But isn't it underground? Buried? You see a hole in the floor where the chest was taken out of. It's definitely buried.
Alright.
In the orchard.
Maybe that was the map. But I think it's more symbolic. Right?
I'm pretty sure it was the map.
It's also symbolic, though.
Okay.
Alright, you know, this is the final straw.
Yes.
Chapter 81. The town is pissed off.
They
stole Nami's money.
They're ready to fight.
You know, and that Arlong never intended to keep his promise in the first place. Nami tries to stop the town, but they have made up their minds. She doesn't want anyone to die.
Mm-hmm.
Nami is stabbing her tattoo in full rage. You know, Luffy stops her, and she asks him for help.
Classic. And now...
That's all Luffy needs, baby! If you have the will to fight, Luffy will help you. He gives the straw hat to Nami.
Sanji saw this scene.
Yeah?
Comments.
He knew Nami for one day. He also knew Luffy for one day. Zeph is an important figure in his life.
Okay.
And I'm sick of this Sanji hating.
Now let's continue.
Luffy kicks down. Wow. The march to Arlong Park.
Classic.
One of the most iconic moments in the show.
Indeed. This is where everyone gets hooked, Christian.
The One Piece.
They care for these characters now.
This is what it's about. Luffy kicks down the door. Where's Arlong? Chapter 82.
The fights, Christian.
Luffy walks in. Oh, not yet.
So,
Luffy walks in, smacking goons in the face.
We've got to get Luffy out of the story first so the other characters can fight the other characters.
Smacks Luffy in the face along the way. Luffy punches Arlong in the face. You made my navigator cry. Classic line. Yeah. The rest of the crew turn up. You know, Hachi summons the sea cow so Luffy can get stuck while the others fight. Classic. Because you can't have the main character fight first.
Yes.
No. Can't do that. Can't have that. You know. Luffy uses the Gum Gum windmill to knock out all the goons.
Wreck shop.
Get rid of all the goons.
Yep.
Clear the whole place out.
Clear the battlefield.
Yep. But now Luffy's stuck. Chapter 83. Hachi uses his ink on Luffy.
Do you want to talk about this getting stuck thing?
No, because it's a structural thing.
You can punch through walls.
I know. The strength and the situations they get into don't really make sense.
I mean, Zoro's tied up on a fucking pole.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
Whatever. We'll let it slide for plot's sake.
So
how would you have done it? What do you think, Christian?
While I was doing Arlong Park,
I think the best option would, something via Luffy's stupid wit.
No.
Takes out the Moo, but gets launched away, so he has to travel back.
Here's what I think.
I don't know. It's a weird little thing that doesn't really matter.
The easiest way to do it is you separate them.
There's no way to separate them.
That's what I'm saying. The easiest way to normally do this is to separate all the characters.
E.g. NES Lobby.
Yeah. It's to separate all the characters so they can fight on their own and you can just say that they all happen at once.
Battleground isn't that big.
Yeah. So you can say they all happen at once and Luffy just happens to be the last one you show. Because you show the main characters fight last.
Or you could do like... a Dragon Ball Z where like 6 fights are happening at the same time.
But then you would expect them to cross over and to interfere with each other.
Yeah.
So
Too early for that in the story.
oh, we know what we could have done.
Because we need to display Sanji as a fighter still.
We know what we could have done. Sanji goes underwater with that fuck.
Yeah, he fights him underwater.
I mean, Usopp takes that guy out of the game.
Yeah.
The sniping mouth guy.
Sanji could have just kicked that bloke into the forest. You know?
Yeah, kicked him into the forest. Luffy takes Arlong into the house. Zoro fights Hachi in the plaza.
courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could have split it up like that. Had all the fights happen at once. But we have this. I don't mind it.
It's okay.
Because it gives the townspeople something to do.
And it kind of gives context for how Devil Fruits work underwater and shit.
Yeah.
So, it's alright.
Hachi uses his ink on Luffy. He tries to smash him with the wall, but Sanji saves him.
With his cool kick.
Usopp uses Luffy as a sleeve shot. It hits the that mouth guy,
Yeah.
whatever his name is. Usopp versus long mouth guy starts, but Usopp runs away. Arlong,
What?
Arlong starts the fight.
Yes.
Chapter 84. Sanji starts the fight with Stingray Man. Wait, did Arlong throw him into the pool here or later?
Here.
Here? Alright, so Arlong throws him into the pool. Alright, so Sanji starts his fight with Stingray Man. Zoro starts his fight with Hachi.
Yes.
You know why we know Zoro's the right hand man? Because we actually remember who he fought.
Hachi.
We know his name.
Okay.
We don't remember the fishman guy's
We
name.
don't remember Fishman Fuck.
Or Longmouth Fuck.
Yeah.
We really remember Arlong and Hachi.
That's fair, I guess.
They both get knocked down. The fight happens. Fight choreography. I'll take it over to you. What do you think about it?
What?
The fights.
In general, we're going through all of them now.
Yeah, this is what happened. The first part of the fight.
Sanji
first confrontation with the guy and Zoro's first confrontation with Hachi.
Fine for now.
You have problems.
I have problems with Sanji later on.
But that combo.
That combo true, but some poses unclear.
Okay.
That's pretty much about it.
Alright, so they fight him for a bit.
Oda's trying to still figure out what he wants to do with Sanji.
They fight him for a bit. They both get knocked down, but they both
He's
get
got
back
Luffy
up.
down pat at this point. He knows what he's doing with Luffy.
Chapter 85.
There's this weird... When he fights Hachi, though, there's this weird, Zoro, he's trying to still figure out how to do sword attacks as well. You'll never see these things again. There's this weird shot where Zoro, swings his sword at Hachi, but Hachi, dodges it. But it's got, a gust of, It's very specific and weird, but you'll never see that sword, a slash done in that way again, because he's still trying to figure out how he wants to do it.
Alright.
Not necessarily bad, just no.
Alright, chapter 85. Zoro fights Hachi and wins, but he's still suffering from the fight with Mihawk.
Yes.
Comments on this fight. So that's the whole chapter.
Zoro fights Hachi.
The Zoro-Hachi fight.
Not bad.
Heaps of sword clashes.
Never really feel like Zoro's in danger.
I mean,
Zoro's
he cops
cool.
the punishment. It's because he's severely wounded from...
Hachi's kind of a goon. He beats him without beating him. He beats him later.
Yeah.
Weird.
Weird?
Just specifically the end. I don't know why there needed to be fake tension for getting Luffy out of the water.
Yeah, he gets back up for no reason. So he can
Well, the wounds don't open until he's about to hit.
Yeah, he goes into the
Namako.
water and shit. It's
Why?
weird.
I don't know.
Alright, chapter 86.
Yes.
Sanji jumps in to save Luffy. Rayman takes advantage of this and attacks Sanji underwater. Rayman is keeping Sanji underwater, but Sanji sucks the air out of his gills and comes back up to
You
land.
want to talk about water pressure?
No, I don't, because it's 20 meters.
It's a thing, apparently. If you go up and down real quick.
I mean, they say it's a thing.
It's Sanji coughs up blood.
Well, Sanji can take 5,000 meters of water pressure.
That's true.
As we know. As we keep getting told.
5,000 meters of water pressure.
So, what do you think about Rain Man underwater?
It's nothing.
It's nothing? It's still it's fine. He's doing moves.
Yeah, but like...
Do you think this man has impact?
No, it's underwater.
As in, like, his moves seem powerful.
No.
Why?
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 Sanji doesn't go anywhere.
He crashes into the ground multiple times.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of wides. And it's just like the disconnect between like... they're in water. So you don't really buy that these hits are like... strong because you know how physics work in water and it's a bit...
But he's a fishman.
But he's a fisherman, yes, but like... it's a little bit weird for me.
You can't satisfy Eric. Can't do it. But these 3 pages...
I enjoy the combination afterwards.
The 3 pages of the Sanji combo. Where is this in the New World? Why haven't I seen this in the New World? Where is the classic Sanji combo?
Oda learns this, right?
What?
And you see it in the Katakuri fight as the best, like the most recent example I can think of.
Okay, here we go.
When things happen, he usually gives you a wide every page. This sequence needed a wide at some point, so I can see where the characters are because there's a lot of close-ups.
Oh,
I can see things happening.
Doesn't matter.
But
it's a combo.
Would I have liked? Because we know how it all works in the anime, right? Like he kicks him onto the side, and he does like the triple backflip, and then does the mutton shot.
Mm-hmm.
If that triple backflip was actually in the manga, and was a wide, just show me some kind of relationship. Because I understand that they're close to each other.
That's all you need to know.
And I understand that Sanji's kicking him, but I'd like to have maybe at least 1 or 2 wides in this sequence. Not even that wide. Just maybe full bodies. Or a little bit extra.
I think you got a couple full bodies.
But it's a bit tight for me at the moment.
I think Oda...
Show me how quick Sanji can move around his body. Because I'm just getting cut.
I think the whole intention of this combo is very fast, very powerful. It's one fluid combo.
Yeah.
So any wides, might lose that momentum.
I like, but like have the like Sanji kicks him multiple times, right?
Yeah.
Like he kicks his leg at one point.
Yeah.
Unclear how the previous pose connects to the next pose. There's weird little inconsistencies that like.
But here's the thing, right? The panel line, the space between the panels, is where the imagination takes over.
Yes.
Do we need all the information? Because you're in animation land.
Christian.
You're in animation land. This is manga land.
True, but it still is consistent with the reality of the human mind.
All I'm saying is...
the consistency of panel shots and structure still consistent.
He's trading a little bit of clarity for speed. Because it's a one
But you can still do speed. I don't buy it.
You start doing wides, slows it down.
I don't think so.
Start doing too many poses without hits, slows down the combo.
I'm not saying that at all.
Slows down the combo.
I'm saying give me a little bit more fluidity. Because there's a lot of legs hitting faces and arms. But I'm not seeing Sanji's full body pose.
It reminds me of those old kung fu movies, right? Where they just like hit the guy 1 billion times in like 1 second, and it's like 2 shots.
Yes.
And it's all shot from like 2 angles.
But it's not close-ups. It's mid-shots.
But is there that many close-ups?
It's pretty close and pretty tight. You got like four kicks in one like succession of panels on one diagonal.
I think that's for speed though.
It's tight. It's a little tight. For me.
A little tight for Eric.
And he's black and the fisherman's wearing a black gi.
Yeah.
Speed he hasn't really done like how he does the black line, things are black and there's speed and they're sketched through.
Yeah.
Not really happening much at this point.
It happens for the mutton shot.
It happens for the mutton shot. I would have liked to see the final blow. Because we know it's a sequence of combo, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to see the final blow. I'd like to see a little panel, right? Of a foot pivot. And then the mutton shot go through. Just to slow it down for the final hit. It's combo, right? And then you have to imagine him pivoting onto his left leg and then shooting out from the back. And if you don't understand martial arts, it'd be difficult to figure out how to go into that pose. Or in that position. Because the panel before... Because he kicks him across in one panel... Yeah. And then travels a great distance, or some distance, and then does the mutton shot. Or maybe a panel in there, just to give me... Because we have speed at this point, right? We're going for speed, clearly.
Yeah.
Oda's going for speed.
Slow it down for the final
slow it down and show me the power. Show me the torque on that kick.
I think we get it from the big mutton panel shot anyway.
We do, but...
Here's the thing.
That's what I have to say. It's good, but... Oda is still developing how he wants to do Sanji.
Here's the thing.
Still working on it.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
You're either the cinematic comic book style.
Mm-hmm.
Where you treat it as a movie or an animation.
Okay.
But then there is the style where every panel is meant to be stopped on. Every panel is meant to be looked at. The space between the panels is where the movement happens. Sure. That's the other style.
Yes.
Maybe Oda is transitioning between styles here.
No, well, perhaps, but I would argue that he evolves into cinematic quality.
He does definitely go more cinematic with it later on.
It's a clear progression into what he's trying to figure out. He's clearly figuring out what he wants to do. Because, like, successions with Sanji later. Like, we see, I don't know, let's say Oven. He kicks Oven in the neck, right? You see his entire pose. Instead of the foot hitting the neck, which is kind of what's happening in this.
Well, you see the foot hit the neck first.
Yeah.
With Sanji. No, the way the Oven sequence works is Sanji disappears. You see...
Yeah, but you see him pick up... Right, Lola.
That's later on. Let's just talk about the hit.
Right.
Alright, so Sanji teleports.
Yes.
Hits Oven in the neck.
In between Pound and Oven, yes.
We don't see that first.
2 shots. 3 shots. Pound coming into Oven. Spatial relationship, right? We see how close they are, very wide.
Yeah.
Full body panels of both of them, right?
Yeah.
Sanji comes in between them, kicks Oven in the neck.
First... No. The sequence you're thinking about is not in the right order.
Yeah.
Pound, Oven about to clash. Mm-hmm. Sanji seizes, he teleports.
Yes.
Straight up, no other panels.
Yeah.
Foot in Oven's neck.
But
then the panel between.
No.
Then he flies off.
Foot in the neck, but it's wide. It's not tight.
You don't see Sanji. You see his foot hit his neck. And then the panel. And then that panel of the wide shot.
Yeah, but that panel comes.
Yeah, that panel comes.
The panel never comes in this sequence.
Wouldn't you, in your scenario, wouldn't you do the opposite? The big panel and then zoom in.
No, I wouldn't do the zoom in.
You'd do it like Oda would do it. Yeah, in that situation.
I probably wouldn't do the zoom
in. For the speed.
I wouldn't do the zoom in. But he's done it to like...
I think it's to emphasize this. I think you do a snap zoom.
But the point is, right?
For the speed.
The point is, he's had the relationship of Pound and Oven. Then we've gone in for the Sanji hit. Sanji hits Oven.
And he zooms out.
He zooms out. You see Sanji. And then you zoom out again. And you see Pound, Sanji, Oven. And then Pound, then Oven.
I don't think this is that second
Then Oven goes flying. Sanji, full body, teleports in, picks up Lola.
Yeah,
you see his entire pose and then comes out. Clear. And then there's another wide of the whole square. You see the relationship of the cart to the building to Pound.
But
that's what I want.
Here's what I'm saying. Oda comes in, snap zoom. Because he wants you to feel that speed from that hit. He wants you to be like,
Yes.
who's hitting him? What's going on?
Okay.
Speed, bang. What's happening here? He wants you to be confused. And then he gives you the information for speed.
Yeah.
That's a good technique for speed.
Yes, it is, but...
That's what he's doing here. He doesn't want to give you the full information. I agree. Before the money shot, fair enough.
The wide never comes. That's my problem.
The wide comes after Sanji's done his combo. And it's all said and done. And he flies through the wall.
Sanji and this karate man never have a wide together. He gets kicked through the building. You can't even see him because he's going through the building.
And Sanji's standing there.
Sanji's with his leg out, the money shot panel. You know, see what I'm saying? We need at least one wide somewhere. That's what we need.
Yeah, he comes out of the water.
Yeah.
And then...
And you see the foot come into the face, right? That's the first panel. I remember this distinctly.
Before that. Let's just go one page before that.
Sanji comes out of the water.
Sanji comes out of the water. Fishman comes out of the water.
Yes.
He starts talking shit. Doesn't matter that you're on land. I'm
the
still going to beat you.
40th Dan, whatever.
And then the foot comes. And we do get a panel of them talking together.
Yes.
Then the foot comes.
But I need something in the combination. That's what I need.
I think you're right. Before the mutton shot, warranted.
Yeah.
Would have made it better.
Because there's no power in that mutton shot.
I disagree.
He goes far, but you don't feel that spin and that hit. Which is done in the anime.
Because it's an animation.
Yes.
And you need it in the animation.
But it's still needed in the manga. Because how does a normal person know how does the normal person know how Sanji gets into that position? How do the people know that kind of kick, right?
Yeah.
Is a powerful kick?
Here's the thing.
It's a weird, unconventional pose.
It's just
you don't usually see those kind of kicks.
It's a spinning side kick.
Yes, I know what.
It's not that unusual.
It's pretty unusual, especially in the way it's drawn. Camera behind Sanji, not on the side. Right.
I think the money shot's good. Again, it's
unclear. Moving on.
Your extreme traditionalism for fights.
Correct. Correct opinion for fights.
All I'm saying is it doesn't make sense in all situations. Sometimes you want suspense.
Yeah, sometimes you want it, but it has to come. Clarity has to come at some point, and it never comes.
There are plenty of wides at the end of the Katakuri fight.
Yeah. So I'll give you an example. Katakuri comes in with the Dose Mochi, right?
Yeah.
Dose Mochi.
Yep.
It'd be like he never turns into a donut ball and is right in front of Luffy, and that's what it would be like.
No, because it's a fluid sequence with the combo. We know Sanji's on land. We see him talk to him.
Another example.
What?
You know how Luffy and Katakuri are punching each other, and you get like those montage of them. Montage, right? And then at the bottom of the page, the wide of the relationship between the two characters, full body, very wide shot.
But
that's what I'm talking about. That's what this is missing.
But your logic,
yes, it has Christian. The wide has to come at some point.
The wide has to come. Lost. I agree. The wide does have to come at some point. But if you're going on your traditional logic, one hit needs an accompanying wide.
Not even a wide, maybe a mid, maybe a...
You do one hit, you need a wide with it.
Not a wide.
You need spatial relationship.
Maybe half body, maybe to the waist. Alter it up a little bit.
Do you agree with the sentiment? You need a spatial relationship shot with every hit.
I'd like one at least every page.
One a page.
Yes.
Alright.
And
I can't agree with that.
One a page, and don't give me tight shots every fucking hit. If you give me at least to the waist,
yeah,
I get it. All right.
Yeah.
If you give me one character full body doing a kick, coming in to the head on a tight panel, heads in the top left of the corner, doing a thing full pose, I get it. But you give me tight. I don't see the rotation of the body. I don't get that power in the rotation of the pose. I have to figure it out.
But it's in between the panels.
It's in between.
And there's an art there.
Yes.
They might be lost.
Alright.
Enough about Sanji. And the way he fights.
Christian refuses to get on the correct train.
I'm just saying there's room for
discussion
there.
I want the white to come at some point. That's what I'm saying. It never does.
Let's talk about...
Plenty of whites for Arlong, though. Plenty.
Oh, Arlong's the main event.
Huge.
A little weird in the map room, though.
It's fine. It's
a little
alright.
messy, yeah.
It's a tight room.
Alright. Nami, so... Usopp versus Mouth Guy.
Fun.
Any problems with these? It's a sniping battle, it's a range battle.
There's a little bit of sequence issues when he, like, gulps the water up. Maybe another panel of him holding it in his chest and then shooting. There's kind of just him gulping the water. You never see the water empty.
How many panels do you want on a page?
I mean, him drinking the water is very large.
It's very important.
Cut that in half and give me the water empty.
But he gives you the full background.
Yeah, he does.
So
I'm just saying, a little bit of sequence things going on, but not bad.
There's a little bit of backseat.
Hey,
manga
that's
drawing
what it
here.
is. He rectifies the issue. It's not like he keeps on doing it.
You do have complaints with the Katakuri fight, do you not? With the ending.
Well, the ending's intentionally unclear.
Is that an issue?
Many people think it's an issue.
But do you think it's an issue?
I would have liked to seen clearer contact, but I get the purpose.
Katakuri doesn't deserve that kind of treatment, as we've said multiple times.
I get the purpose.
So, Usopp beats the Mouth Guy.
The way Usopp does.
Classic strategy. Good. I like to see it.
Also, do you think it's a bit weird that, like, you know how he jumps at him?
Yeah.
Do you think those panels are a little bit tight?
Mm.
Because he's on fire, but he never really ignites. It's kind of like in the distance where he ignites him.
Because it's from Usopp's perspective?
Yeah. And he's on fire running towards the water, and then Usopp jumps at him, but that panel's very tight as well. So you never really get the distance of him closing that gap. You just understand he's, like, in the air, sort of. And then he lands on him, but I guess it's done. He also hits him.
Here's the thing,
while he's on fire, and the hit isn't very clear as well.
Here's the thing.
Fire okay here.
Fire's not bad here. I don't know. It's better than Variety A.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Similar, but better.
There's only so much panel real estate on the page.
I get it.
So, it's a tight, yeah, but there's physical restraints.
Yeah, and it's an Usopp fight. So whatever.
Yeah. Alright. Chapter 88. Nami decides to join the fight. She comes in. Arlong, is like, are you sure you want to do this?
Luffy's still not out of the water.
But, Zoro, Arlong beats a wounded Sanji and Zoro.
Yep.
With his water bullet things. Arlong gives Nami one last chance.
Sanji remarks it was like a shotgun.
Yeah. I'll spare the village if you just come back. Nami's like, fuck off. And she inspires the people. Zoro and Sanji get back up. Sanji goes to break Luffy out.
Yeah.
Zoro struggles to fight Arlong because he is very badly wounded. Chapter 89. Zoro gets absolutely roasted by Arlong. Sanji breaks out Luffy. Luffy, starts to beat down on Arlong. Luffy comes down and saves Zoro in the nick of time.
Zoro goes flying.
Yep.
Don't know where, but yeah.
Chapter 90. Arlong teeth phase. Arlong, a very phase-heavy fight.
Yeah, so we've got the teeth, we've got the sword.
So we've got the nose, we've got the water phase.
I don't mind it.
It's a classic video game boss fight.
Yep.
Like, just explore the character, explore what he can do, all these moves. Mm-hmm. Let's get it all out there. It's a good way to do it's kind of a long fight. How many chapters?
It's a few, it's a fair few. It's almost a volume.
Nah, it's not a volume, it's like 5 chapters. It's 5 chapters. It's a good 5-chapter fight.
Okay.
Arlong teeth phase.
At once as well. No real cuts.
Luffy fucking around with swords. Will we see this in Wano?
Yeah, probably. Probably next week. Gets him in the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm. Luffy has that definition in his arms, and I want Oda to bring it back. That slight muscle definition.
I mean, when it's there.
Yeah, when it's there. Give it... I want it back.
He also has one vein in his arm.
Yeah.
That turns up at some point.
I want it back.
Okay.
Luffy looking like he got a bit of muscle on him in fights. Bring it back.
We talked about Luffy's physique ad nauseum on this show, Christian.
Bring back the little vein, the buff, but not too buff.
At least he's got a rig on him now.
Yeah, but his arms are still tiny.
Alright.
His arms are bigger here than they are in pre-time skip. Or post-time skip.
I don't know if that's real.
In fights,
Alright.
he's got that cool... He's got a bigger shoulders. You know, he's got... When Luffy used to wear the vest... So we used to actually see his arms.
I mean...
We no longer see Luffy's arms.
Okay.
Just want to see it back. Makes Luffy look powerful. You know,
So we got the teeth. Arlong's teeth can break stone. Very
yeah,
impressive.
Arlong teeth phase continues while Luffy tries to use
breaks
Arlong's
his teeth
against him. And then we start the Arlong nose phase. Arlong jumps into the water and starts nose diving on Luffy.
Yeah.
Luffy's starting to take a little bit of damage here. Getting cut up a little bit by the attacks. Moving on. Luffy uses Gum Gum Net and throws Arlong to the ground. Finishes up with a spear. Arlong gets very mad. He grabs Luffy, throws him into the house, pulls out his sword. Sword phase. They end up in the map room. Luffy starts destroying the map room. This is Nami's slave work. Yeah. Fuck you, I'm gonna destroy all the map.
How dare you use
Nami thanks him. They continue to fight. Luffy's kind of dodging him, kind of dodging and weaving. Yep. Arlong goes in for his final attack. Luffy goes in. Gum Gum Stomp. Sends Arlong to a lot of floors.
Breaks his nose.
Like 6. Yeah, well, Arlong puts it back.
That nose is supposed to be unbreakable, by the way. They say multiple times.
No, well, you know.
There we go.
Never fought the Monkey D.
That's true.
So, Gum Gum Stomp. Did you enjoy this attack? I think it's very powerful.
Isn't it an axe?
Gum Gum Stomp, right?
I think it's axe.
Axe, alright. Alright.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's very powerful.
Yes.
Get all the fucking stretches, full zoom out of the house.
Out of his way to set up the attack. I like it. I like it, Christian. There's a little bit of anticipation here before the hit happens.
Bugger.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Knocked out.
Final attack especially.
Final attack.
Give me all that anticipation in the world.
Final attack. Give me all that anticipation because it's the end of the fight.
Yeah.
Fight's over. Chapter 94. Nami joins the crew. The crew fuck up the Navy goons. And that's the chapter. Chapter 95. Party time. Classic.
Yep.
Classic One Piece staple, the classic party. They have a party, the island is free. Next day, Nami's leaving the village. Nami robs the village. You know, it's one last prank. You know, now that she has saved the village, she can finally be happy again. The end of Arlong Park. Arlong Park!
Well, she changes the tattoo.
So she changes the tattoo to a pinwheel. Goza tells Balmair, pulls a bottle on.
Happy times.
The village is
she
free
steals
once
all
again.
their money.
Yeah.
I will say this.
What? Nice, quick arc.
What if she tattooed the straw hat symbol on her arm?
Come on, too much. Because it's been one day.
Okay.
And you gotta pay respects to Balmair and Goza. They're true parents.
Okay.
So
just put it out there. Arlong fight, I will add, very good.
Very good fight.
Clear, concise.
The first classic fight.
Plenty of wides, clear poses, clear outline of action.
Yeah.
Little nitpicks here and there. Not
I
relevant,
would
but
have liked to see
what?
A little bit more damage taken from Luffy.
Yeah, I was gonna bring this up. At no point am I.
Well, Luffy's not really struggling here.
Yeah, it's similar. Like he's getting bloody, but he's not. He's struggling.
Luffy's never on death's door until what?
What a 7.
Alabasta.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
So,
Look at the Katakuri fight, for example, right? His legs are literally shaking. That's what I want to see.
but
I
it's not-
understand
it's not-
that blood's pouring out of his body. He's been bitten, etc., etc. But is he feeling the damage?
Not really.
No, because he's attacking the same way he
Still-
did at the start of the fight.
But we still have we don't know how strong. So we don't know what Luffy's full power
Cap
is.
is, yes.
Yeah, it's a serious fight, but it's not it's not life threatening.
We still haven't really got that danger yet in One Piece.
I mean, this Mihawk fight,
That Mihawk fight's very good for multiple reasons, alright?
that's pretty dangerous.
You see the scale of Mihawk and you're like, that's impressive, right?
Yeah.
But Zoro is fine.
Are we tainted?
After Mihawk, right?
I think if I was reading this week to week,
Does Hachi pose a threat at any point? Does Kung Fu Fuck pose a threat at
No.
any point? Arlong's the most threatening, right?
here's the thing: it's the start of the series, and we can't have the crew struggling now because then them fighting stronger people makes no sense.
Okay.
So it gives and takes.
Who's next on the line? He gets beaten by Smoker.
Smoke up because he's Logo.
Yeah.
Destroys Wapple.
Yeah, Wapple's not a fight.
Luffy doesn't struggle until Alabasta.
Wapple's easier than Arlong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Luffy gets the moral victory.
So, thoughts on Arlong Park, Christian? Any critiques
Very
before
good
you
arc.
rank?
Critiques? I don't really... The environment might not be fleshed out enough.
I get that island vibe,
Small
and I kind of
village,
miss that
Arlong Park.
island feel. So
It's a tropical setting.
yeah, I kind of gave it a pass just because it's nice island theme. We haven't had that in a real long time.
It's just a generic island.
And it reminds me of the simpler times, you know? We didn't have structures made of candy. We didn't have Japanese-themed bamboo forests.
We need this tropical island theme.
Yeah.
I like...
What do you like?
I was gonna say, like, the setup for Arlong, but then again, it's like...
Solid. It's not bad.
solid. We know he's a threat. He throws buildings and
Nami's
shit.
weird the whole time.
Nami's weird the whole time. I think Nami's motivations
Good.
are a good part of the arc.
A little bit too much in the center of the arc.
Nah.
When she meets Luffy and she's like, don't follow me. And they're all like, but blah, blah, blah.
I mean, that has to come.
Okay.
You can't just prolong it and not
I'm
tell
just
the
saying.
audience.
I'm just saying. Well,
Nice. It's a brief arc. It's a powerful arc. We finally get what One Piece is about.
probably the biggest problem is the stone thing, to be honest. And that's not really a big issue.
That's why I'm saying it's the first classic One Piece arc.
Oda has nailed why Arlong is a good villain.
Oda has nailed what makes One Piece good
Yes.
in this arc.
Arlong's classic evil villain, right? But there's a little bit of depth to him. He's not completely a piece of shit.
May I notice that this ends on chapter 95. It took Oda 95 chapters to hit a home run.
Here we are.
Would this fly in Shonen Jump today? No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No, we wouldn't have to have this second arc, mate.
First arc.
We would have to have
First
a tournament arc, second arc.
First arc. This is what I'm saying. Shonen Jump today doesn't give
The room to breathe.
authors room to breathe and room to develop their technique
But to be
and their
fair,
story enough.
But to be fair,
What?
the medium has been developed for 20 years. And should be clear enough now as to how to start stuff.
Artists
I know, they take time to develop, Christian.
take
There's
time to develop. They're getting these kids at 17,
18,
19.
20. But they've been reading this shit. They're reading One Piece all their life.
That's true.
They've read the classics. They know how to do things.
But Dragon Ball and shit was out when One Piece came out.
96? Dragon Ball Z's over?
Well, the manga finished in the 80s.
Yeah, 96.
It's been out for ages.
But Dragon Ball's not a grand adventure. With
Oda
multiple moving
is
plot points. Oda's the first.
Who else has done a great adventure?
You can
in
talk
Shonen
about
Jump?
Yo-Yo Hakusho. You can talk about,
Bleach a little bit.
when did Bleach start?
2001?
Yeah. What's the Oda was on Kenshin? Sort of Kenshin? There's a
Can't
little
just
bit of
get that adventure.
grand overarching plot, kind of.
No one does. Who else has done the adventure? No one.
I'm sure there's an obscure something.
Hunter x Hunter has done the adventure. But let's not get into the absolute garbage of Hunter x Hunter art. Good writing.
When did Hunter x Hunter start, Christian? Around the same time?
1994.
No, what's 2 years into Hunter x Hunter? Not very far.
It started with the Hunter exams, which is very hype, and it's a tournament arc.
Yeah.
So Togashi knows what people want. That's what I'm saying.
Oda's doing something different. It paid off in the end, and you can't get away with it these days and age. Whatever that means. It'd be very difficult to do now. Very difficult, indeed.
Would you say My Hero has reached Arlong levels?
Arlong Park?
Yeah.
Am I attached to the characters? That's the question you have to ask. I watched 35 episodes of the show.
Yeah.
Didn't really care about Deku. All Might? Sure. Alright? All Might? Classic.
Which is still the archetype, though.
But he's a ceiling and we're so early.
I know you have problems with the ceiling. I'm not saying... All I'm saying is, has My Hero reached the Arlong levels in any of the things you've seen?
From what I've seen, first 30 episodes?
Yeah.
No.
No, not even Arlong level.
Arlong's very good.
Arlong's a very good arc. That's true. Quick, efficient, got the battles.
But by the time we get to Arlong, we have context for the show.
That's true.
Think about Mihawk. The most important moment in One Piece.
We're starting to get world building with Jinbei, Fishman, the Warlords, all that kind of shit.
We're getting into that shit. We're getting into that deep stuff. That tasty stuff. And I might add, after this arc, cut to Navy headquarters, the bounty.
That's true. We do
Captain
get back.
fucking
John Giant is there.
You know? It's interesting.
First Navy officer we see.
Oda's putting in them flavor, son. Now, would fucking Usopp Park, Syrup Village fly these days? No.
Here's the thing. How does Black Clover survive in this climate?
I haven't read it. I think it's a hype. I think it started with the hype. Like everyone does.
You have to bring the heat.
You got fucking 10 chapters to bring the heat.
Or you get kicked out.
You get kicked out.
Oh, it's a shame. Because we could be missing the next great show.
I think you can backdoor that shit though. There's someone smart enough to do it sneakily. Surely someone out there smart enough
Togashi
to
did it.
Trojan horse the series.
Togashi did it, but
You
he's
got
a
a
proven.
Trojan-
He's a proven. Togashi did it, but he's a
He
proven.
was a proven mangaka.
But he started with a tournament arc.
Yep.
And then he did the world building.
I'm sure there's world building in between those chapters as well.
Yeah,
Sure
Gon
there is.
leaving his blah blah blah. But all I'm saying is, the current climate in Shonen Jump, we can't. When are we going to get the next great show?
What about
Are we going to get the next great show?
for Neverworld, whatever it's called?
Promise Neverland.
Promise Neverland.
It brings the heat.
Does it bring the world building as well?
Yes, first 3 chapters.
Does it Trojan horse?
Yes.
There we go, Christian.
You get. I don't want to spoil it for people, but you get. Let's just say you get a nice innocent story.
Is it worth reading?
It's very worthwhile. I'm not fully caught up. I stopped on the Golden Pond arc because it started to lose its identity.
Is that the secret to upcoming people, Christian? The Trojan horse of the hype, and inside that Trojan horse is a deep
Let me tell you what Promise Neverland did.
world.
Let me tell you what they did.
Yes.
Alright, so it starts off, seems like a slice of life. Everything going well. But there's little hints. What's with the numbers on their necks? What's it's about? 3 chapters in. Massive conspiracy. It's all revealed. What are these kids gonna do? Okay. You start feeling for these kids because you know the sense of danger. World building. All this crazy shit. First 3 chapters. Instant.
Can you bring the hype with a massive twist in the first 10 chapters? Instead of a tournament arc, instead of a fight.
I think that might be the way to do it. Because if you blow your load on fights in the first arc, what else you got?
Just fights to continue.
You set the precedent.
You set the precedent and you built your foundation.
People aren't interested in the characters if you just start with fights.
And you built a shaky foundation. You gotta build that strong foundation.
I want to see Shonen Jump take more chances.
I mean,
what do they have to lose?
They're not gonna listen to fuckheads on the internet with 300 subscribers.
No, they're definitely not. But I want to see them take more chances on more interesting things.
Okay.
Stop with the constant harem.
I mean,
manga?
What's there to be done? Can we get some crime going on? Can we get a detective series?
They've had a detective series in there for ages.
What's it called?
Detective Conan?
You don't know.
I think.
You don't know what you're talking about. What about a mafia deal?
Here's the thing.
You know, I'm just throwing out ideas.
Hitman Reborn is that mafia deal.
That was fucking, 20 years ago?
The only unique structure is the JoJo structure. And it's not even in weekly Shonen Jump anymore.
Okay.
The unique JoJo adventure might have started it all.
Christian, shall we rate this arc instead of talking about other things?
I just want to... It just frustrates me to see Shonen Jump in this state.
One Piece needed that 100 chapters. It would have been cancelled.
That's what I'm saying.
It would have been cancelled, no doubt about it.
This arc is classic One Piece. It is the first arc everyone loves.
It would have needed Mihawk in the first 10 chapters. That's what it needed. Would have needed to happen.
Well, let's rate this arc.
Skypiea was a 9.
Skypiea was an 8. You keep saying it was a 9, but it wasn't. Because we had pacing issues, we had snake issues.
I gotta go back and watch the episode. Because someone gave it a 9. It wasn't me.
I love the art.
You love the art.
So much in Skypiea.
Thoughts on the art in this arc? It's getting...
I think Oda
it's developing.
I think Oda has a problem where he cannot make female characters look threatening because of the art style.
I think the bigger problem is his consistency in this arc.
Here's the thing.
Luffy's drawn 1,000 different ways in this arc.
But it's for comedic purposes.
And so is Sanji.
It's for comedic purposes with the small... He still does that today.
Christian, I can understand...
He still does that today.
Yeah, I'm not retarded.
Yeah. No, he still does that today. So look at Sanji in normal poses.
Yeah, I'm aware.
There's a beanpole.
But Luffy specifically in Arlong fight changed his shape like 300 times. He's taller. He's wider. The proportions are different. That's the way it is. I get it, he's a rubber man, whatever. I'm just putting it out there. He gets more consistent. He's still not consistent.
Oda's just not that kind of artist. He's going to waste time.
I think the art's decent in this. There's no
I think he's hit his limits with his original style. He needs to start evolving it. Because here's the thing with Nami. I know what he's trying to do with Nami. Elongate the legs and the arms to make her look more attractive, but the face is still too young.
I think it works okay. It's not the worst.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he needs to start evolving his style.
It's hard because we have that context for what happens.
Yeah.
So
he does evolve his style because he knows.
Visual effects, Christian, in this arc.
This is too many.
Fire and water.
Water's always fantastic with Oda.
Good water.
You know, it's a pirate story. He needs to draw waves.
Fire, we're getting better.
Yeah.
Still not the best, but we're getting better. Usopp nose changes radically.
Weird hands.
Weird hands from that kid.
Weird hands from Nami when you see her when she gets stabbed. Like the thumb comes out. Weird hands.
Okay. Still drawing them Disney bubble hands.
Weird feet. I don't understand these feet.
Feet aren't in the shot that much.
You'd be surprised.
I was looking out for the feet. Don't you worry.
Oda eventually gets it, but his feet are weird. At the start of One Piece.
Okay.
Too big.
I think this arc's
too finger-like, but
what does this arc do for the context of the story, Christian? Does it finally set the formula? It finally
sets the formula in place.
He finally understands how to write a villain.
I want to go... Yeah, okay.
Because he swung and missed.
It's a simple, straightforward story.
He swung left, he swung right.
Here's the thing I appreciate about this arc. Good pace.
Yeah, good decent pace.
Strong plot, simple plot. With a little twist. with what's going on with Nami, all this kind of stuff. What's the real plan
And a
here?
straightforward villain with not a complicated plan, but a little bit of complex character involved.
He will backstab Nami because of his hatred towards humans,
Yes.
but he won't do it directly through his face. All that kind of stuff. Arlong, very good, simple villain.
Yes. He's not Katakuri levels.
No, but very few are.
Can we expect those characters moving forward, Christian?
No,
Or is Katakuri...
Arlong's done. Oh, Katakuri.
I'm talking about Katakuri.
Oh, hell yeah, Wano, baby.
We're gonna get another Katakuri.
Oh.
From the Kaido pirates?
And guess what?
From the Beast pirates?
And guess what?
What?
Katakuri's going to be in Wano.
Okay.
And he's going to help Luffy.
That's an opinion.
Tag team fight.
Christian, shall we finally rank this chapter?
Rank the arc.
Rank the arc, rather.
It's classic. It sets the standard. I'm
What
going to have
did-
to give it 9.5.
What did we give Brady?
You gave it a 7.5?
I think maybe an 8 for the
Maybe an 8
importance
for Mihawk.
for the maybe the most important point in One Piece history.
Arlong Park, 9.5
Ooh, 9.5. That's a bit much.
of the greatness of the arc.
You know what? I'm gonna go. I want to say 8.5. But I want to go 9, but I want to go somewhere. It's not a 9 worthy. It's a little bit too simple to be 9 worthy. What is 9 worthy, Christian? What does a 9 mean for us? What does a 10 mean for us? Because no arc can be a 10. You're not in shot, no one can see what you're doing.
Are you insane?
Christian.
Are you insane?
But what is the context of a 9 and what does that mean? What does 9.5 mean?
It's groundbreaking
that means-
for the series.
That means almost perfect 9.5.
What would you change about this arc?
What would I
Or is
change?
it intention? Simple, got to the point,
I agree.
got to the point.
I agree.
Simple, effective, efficient. Set the standard for One Piece. A classic arc
But
everyone loves
We're never
for a good reason.
we're never gonna give a 10 on this thing.
Oh, we might.
I don't know-
We gave it 10, but what a 7?
You gave it 10.
Because it's fucking fantastic.
I can't give it a 10 because it's perfection.
Water 7 is fucking perfection.
Water 7 has some kind of some continuity
Perfection.
issues, all right?
Continuity issues.
Why does Luffy get stuck in a building? Why does Zoro get stuck in a chimney? Alright? It's a few things.
That's not continuity.
That's
not what continuity means.
Lucci chained to the floor, which would take more time than to kill it.
You're asking the wrong questions. The right questions are...
We're not talking about Water 7 here. I just want to, Christian, what is the context for a 9.5?
A context for a 9.5.
Give me the context for the scores. That's
Historical context. The first great home run from Oda.
what I'm... Okay.
Nami, fleshed out as a character. Zoro, fleshed out as a character. Luffy, fleshed out as a character.
Crew dynamics.
Crew dynamics. Simple but effective villain. Great pace. Great efficiency with storytelling.
Talk to me about the Zoro fight and the Sanji fight and the Usopp fight. Are they top quality?
They are the best fights they've had so far. But the Mihawk fight...
What about in the context? We're ranking these not in what's so far. We're ranking these in the context of the story.
Yeah, but you're not taking into account the historical context.
I like his coastal context.
That's why it's so high. Because it's the first great arc.
Okay.
Hey, you can't tell me this. What arc is this? What arc beats this arc?
Any Slobby Water 7?
Those are 10 out of 10s. Well, what else? What else? Tell me. No, not Skypiea.
No.
Not Syrup Village. Not all of the East Blue Saga.
I guess when you put it into that context.
Yeah. It is so good.
People screaming Marineford and shit. Impel Down, maybe.
Impel Down is one of the most overhyped arcs.
People like Impel Down.
I get it.
People like Marineford.
I get it.
No one's saying Thriller Bark.
No one's saying Thriller Bark. But Thriller Bark's a good comedy arc. Arlong Park.
I like the kid arc as well. The flashback arc.
The Luffy A Sabo
Yeah.
mini flashback thing, volume long.
No, 9.
Shabondi's better than this. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Shabondi. There's a few better.
I gave Shabondi 9.5.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to give this one a 9, Christian. Shabondi's very good.
I thought I was gonna give it an 8.
I was gonna go. I said 8.5 or 9.
I thought I was gonna give it an 8.
You convinced me to give it a 9.
You said
I said 8.5
this
or 9.
arc wasn't a classic.
I didn't say that.
You said this arc wasn't good enough for you.
You put the 9 into context, all right?
9.5.
You put your 9.5 into context, it might be a little bit too much. Now, we're not doing 9.231, alright?
0.5 is as far as we're gonna go.
0.5 are as far as we're going to go.
Here's my problem
What?
with your critiques. Because they're all wishy-washy.
It's just a feeling I get, alright? It's just a feeling. Is it worth a 9.5?
But that classic
Are
arc
the
is good.
moments...
How far have we come?
It's true.
From
But
the first great arc to the last great arc.
There's no Mihawk moment in this arc.
Luffy. The walk to Arlong
The
Park.
walk to Arlong Park isn't
It's
as
a
relevant.
classic fucking Yes, it is.
It's classic, but it's not...
It shows what the crew is about.
Yeah, but it's not as...
It's the first moment.
It's not as world-shattering as that Mihawk moment.
Luffy pulling the knife.
I'm not saying Barate is better by any stretch of the imagination.
Luffy pulling the knife from Nami. She asking for help, and that's all. And that's all Luffy needs. Is core to One Piece's identity, and this is the first time we see it.
Okay.
And you're gonna sit here
It's a good arc, Christian.
and tell me there's no iconic moment.
It's in the top 10. Alright, it's in the top 10. That gives it a 9. It's not in the top 3.
You're a hard man to please.
Yeah.
You're a hard man to please. What does Oda have to do? Huh?
Hey man, Wano might be a 10. Whole Cake
Alright.
Island. Not 10.
Katakuri though is a 10.
Category thing on its own. Oh.
Alright, moving on.
What's the next question? Do you want to do the power scale before we do an enormous amount of reading?
How Strong is Shanks is next on the list. As it always is after the chapter review.
Alright. Go on.
How Strong is Shanks? Every week, we come to you with the question. How strong is Shanks? And every week we answer. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the gold king. Now, there are people out there who say Kaido's the strongest. Let's say Dragon is the strongest.
I don't even know what to say.
Let's say Aimu is the strongest.
Stop. This isn't Naruto. This isn't that shit.
But Shanks is the strongest. And he's the God King. And every week, I bring 100% factual evidence to the table. And this week, we have evidence. Shanks is so strong that he will defeat Superman where Goku can't get the job done.
Of course.
Because Shanks is the strongest, Shanks is the God King. That's the end of the segment.
Should we have the power still? I'll talk with the show, Christian.
Topic of the show.
Christian, interview, talk of the town.
We did talk about this last week.
There's a full transcript out there. Let me get to the page. We've got copious notes from Christian for Arlong Park.
Yeah, because, I actually read the arc.
Alright.
Evaluate it properly.
So, 21 years of One Piece, Oda quizzed at the anniversary event.
Mm-hmm. Now, who translated this? Translators?
It's an official route. It's not bullshit. Sandman. Well, Sandman's a good man.
Sandman's a good man.
It's not some idiot online saying Shanks is weaker than Mihawk or something.
Right.
What are your thoughts on this long voyage that has been 21 years and over 900 chapters? Oda responds, Christian. I'm surprised whenever the recipients of Jump and Newcomers Manga Awards, all the staff at our office tell me I was born after One Piece started.
Gone for a while, man.
I'm slowly getting used to it, though. Is there a reason why the story keeps changing? The next question. Is there a reason
here's the
why...
thing.
Oda's like, I'm an old man. All right, I get it. It's still popular. I want to rest. Is that what you get from that question? What's your take on that answer, Christian? It's a warm up answer. What do you think about it? He's like, I'm old. Is there a reason why the story keeps chugging along without a moment's rest? Probably asking about, why don't you take massive hiatuses?
Why don't you Takashi?
It's probably because the characters just do as they please. When the series first started, I thought about having the crewmates gather process like a video game. Interesting.
Which kind of is. Defeat the villain.
Get the crew member, etc. But after serious interactions with other people, I realized that if some kid were to suddenly tell me let's become pirates, I wouldn't go along with it unless I had a compelling story.
That's right.
Going into themes of Robin had to be convinced, Nami had to be convinced, Brooke kind of just joined.
Yeah.
Frankie had to be convinced. I would not join this crew. In the beginning, I was planning to have 10 people join the crew within the first year and a half. After 20 years, the story is around 80% mark. The famous quote. Yet there are only 9 crew members thus far.
See, what makes me upset is people don't... The man's the author of the series.
Yeah.
He says it's 80% done. In his mind, it's 80% done.
Oh, people are questioning what does that mean, what does that 80% mean, etc. etc. Christian, 10 crew members. Now, interesting thing is, he says, originally I planned to have 10 people join the crew in the first year and a half. Context there, he's referring to his intention being in the first year and a half, not the number of crew members on the crew.
That's true. Yeah, okay.
Alright? Thoughts on the statement? Is he capping it at 10? I think it's smart to cap it at 10.
There's already
you don't want 15, alright?
There's already too many characters on the crew. They all can't get their shine. People want their fan favorite to get a shine. You can't have 15. There's no way.
80% people are still talking about it. But you know what? We accept it here. We're just gonna see where the story goes. I'm sure Oda will do a bang-up job. Yeah. Oda-san, what kind of existence is Luffy to you? Luffy is my ideal child. I wish all children could be like him. He says some inspirational lines from time to time, but in the end, I just want him to stay a child forever. There are some parts of him that are still a mystery even to me. It'd be problematic if it weren't the case. If I could understand everything, I'd have no use for my readers. Interesting window into Oda's mind.
All the edgelords are crying because Luffy will never be edgy.
Oda always wants Luffy to be a child, and he still hasn't really He's still thinking about Luffy's character as a whole. Oda has deep characters. They're not dot points on a page.
As an author, you should always be evolving your characters, thinking about your characters.
How would they react?
How would they react to certain situations? if you know all those answers, you don't have a deep enough character.
Interesting response and a window into how Oda thinks. I like it. Please tell us who's your favorite character is, alright? Interesting response from Oda. I like older sister characters like Ivankov and Bon Clay. Now, older sister translation could be weird Japanese stuff. Referring to...
I guess it makes sense.
Who save Luffy and the others in Impel Down no matter what they do. There's an increasing... what is that? Dichotomy between their actions and their appearances, so they're different in multiple ways. And it makes me want to draw them more. I also adore Buggy, who's annoying but cunning.
Oda does have an affection for the Okama.
I think he likes that.
Because it's weird. He likes to draw weird shit.
He likes to draw weird, but still have... He likes to draw the weird and the strange, but still have moral values that are upstanding.
I appreciate the message of the Okama.
Yeah. Some people think it's sexist and fucking homophobic and weird.
Yeah, they're fucking retarded.
But they're good characters. They're respectable characters.
They are some of the most respectable characters in the show.
Yeah. They have the will and determination to push forward.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
You know...
I'm grateful that my characters are so popular among females. But at the end of the day, I just want to draw things that young male readers will find cool and interesting. For example, Sanji's not only cool, but he's also perverted. That's why I can trust that he's well liked among fellow males.
See, here's the thing. People don't understand...
Christian, I bring this up multiple times on Discords and forums. The story is for young males in Japan.
Yes. There is a weird pervert thing going on in Japan.
Go there.
Does not fly over here in the West.
I think that's why there's disconnect between some people in One Piece. They don't like Sanji's actions.
Context is important. Do I like the pervy character?
It could be.
It's just not for the West. It's just not for the West.
You commented a few weeks ago that you were getting sick of Sanji's gags being the same.
Dude, do a different gag. It's just not for the West, man. That's all I have to say. Like, maybe that's the fault of ingrained religion and the fucking sex is frowned upon and all that kind of shit. In Japan, they don't give a fuck. And that's why it's funny.
Yeah.
Over here in the West, it's just not for us. We just have to accept that.
Okay. The death of Luffy's brother Ace hit readers hard. I really worried about this. In order for Luffy to move forward, I needed him to experience a major ordeal.
Yeah.
The response I got from the readers surpassed my expectations. Ace's death was something that I had to get over together with Luffy. I mean, if it was all fun and games, then the series wouldn't have lasted this long. Broadly speaking, not many enemies and allies had died up until that point, which makes it even more shocking.
That's true.
Good point.
That's true.
If everyone dropped dead at a drop of a hat, you would expect Ace to die. It's the theory that the longer you wait for something you desire...
Here's the fucking problem, though.
Yeah?
Let's get serious. Ace...
We weren't around.
That's true. We weren't
around. We don't know the attachment to the fan base.
I get it. It's sad, but it's not like a crew member died. Come on.
It might have been at that point. We had arcs, Christian. We had how many? 200 chapters trying to achieve this goal.
Here's the fucking thing. We saw him in Alabasta. It's not like Nami died.
Okay. But Christian, think about the context of the story at that point.
I get it. I understand it's sad.
We had Impel Down.
I understand it's sad. I understand it.
We had the entirety of Impel Down ready for trying to get this guy back.
But it's like Oda's acting like he killed Nami. You didn't.
Maybe that was the context at the point. We know that the sales for that volume were extraordinarily low.
That's true. People don't like when you kill
Japan must have loved Ace.
That's true.
Japan loves older brother archetypes. It's true. They must have loved Ace. I don't want to draw scenes where people die. I just want to draw those post-battle feasts. Like I love, Christian. Because if someone died, you wouldn't be able to have that feast. That's why we didn't have it at Hawkeye Island.
That's right.
Those feasts are the image of the ideal friendship. I want to cap things off with a massive feast at the end. What's he talking about? Is he talking about the One Piece? At the end of the series?
The feast?
The feast.
I mean, people have to die at the end of that. So.
Following Ace's death, the 3D 2Y message that Luffy sent out marked a big turning point. 17-year-old Luffy didn't stand a chance of being the powerful enemies like the Emperors. I needed to use a 2-year time skip to help Luffy and his crew grow by expanding their imaginations. I had the reunion take place after 2 years because I didn't want Luffy to become too much of an adult. Again, keeping that child theme. This has to remain a shonen manga after all. Oh, who would have thought?
He's an author, he understands the audience. That's key. That's key.
People saying Oda's a better writer than that. It's not about better writing. It's not about how edgy you perceive things to be. It's not going to turn into a seinen. I'm sorry.
That's true.
I'm sorry. It's always going to be a manga, shonen manga. If you don't like it, whatever. But that's what it is. Luffy's dream to become the Pirate King. What does this even mean?
The ultimate freedom.
On one hand, Luffy believes that the Pirate King is the person who has the freedom in the world.
Correct, Oda.
On the other hand, Luffy always acts on his behalf for others. He thinks it's cool to help other people in front of him. If he can make other people feel better, he would be happy himself, and then those he helped can return the favor. I believe that this is samurai spirit, having the chivalrous heart that beats for others, should be passed down to future generations. Interesting. Oda perceives Luffy as a chivalrous
He's not a hero.
character. He's not a hero. That's how he sees it.
Classic shonen character.
That's why I love young Yakuza movies. In fact, I think this is the most handsome man in the world. Is Butama Sugawara-san. Okay. The model of the fleet animal Akainu.
Okay.
That's a weird thing.
So it's okay.
What would you like to tell all children to help them realize their dreams? My rule is to never put any messages in the manga. Interesting.
Like actual.
But if you feel something from seeing Luffy and his crew, then I want you to react accordingly. Among 100 different people, there should be 100 different reactions. And ladies and gentlemen, Oda accomplishes that feat every time.
That's true.
Interesting statement from Oda. He doesn't want to shove the message down his throat. Seen in the Nolan flashback. But there is a message.
It's there.
He wants to have... I was in a discussion with a guy on Discord.
Why do you do this?
We were talking about the clarity of the themes in One Piece. And how other series throw it down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear. And the message is there. And I was saying, I like exploring One Piece's themes in a more subtle way. Now, does it backfire? And half the audience doesn't understand what's going on? Sure. But Oda enjoys it. Because if he told you everything, what would be the point of the show?
There'd be no discussion.
You would just be sitting there watching it. Oda wants you to be a part of his story. And come on the journey with you.
That's right, it's good writing.
That's why One Piece is so good.
He's not trying to evangelize his political beliefs on you.
Thoughts?
That's what I appreciate.
On the interview as a whole, it gives a deeper understanding of what we already know.
Yeah, I was going to say, not that much new information.
It's gratifying because it cements our ideas on how Oda writes things.
Which is correct.
We say these things because we view his work and we get those themes and the way he thinks and writes things on the page. We said that Oda doesn't give an opinion on Nolan and the whole invasion of races and things.
Yeah. He
just puts it out there and he says, "Here, I don't want to send a message."
Fishman Island though.
I mean, yeah, okay. He, he talks about how he wants to keep Luffy as a child. He talks about how at the end of the day he writes things for young males, and he knows his audience. And we've been saying these things ad nauseum for years.
Yep.
It's just good to get justified at some point.
I don't need it. I know I'm right.
And that 80% quote. Which is the clickbait of the internet at this point.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? You know?
People are going to be ignoring the context of this for a long time. About the crew especially. You know,
Who cares? Like, I've been hearing about this fucking 10 crew member thing for ages.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
It's a good window into Oda's mind fully.
It is. It definitely is.
And we can... Samurai... Interesting quote. We're in Wano at this point. I want to see where he takes it.
You could just substitute that for the night. And the night's
yes, but... Was it intended?
Yeah.
Because we're here.
Does he actually mean like the warrior spirit? Cause the samurai warrior.
Well, he's talking about Luffy caring for others because he's a good guy. And that's what a samurai would do.
Alright.
So there we go. Christian power scale?
The power scale.
Who's first?
Should be me. No. Yes?
Do you want me to pull it off for you, Christian? I got it here.
I want to say...
Do you want me to control F?
We do not have Balmer on the list.
Balmer. I doubt it. I'm not even going to look.
But you're looking right now.
I'm going to go scroll down. Christian, where like...
Here's the fucking thing.
Between
I don't want to put Balmer in trash.
It can't be anywhere else but trash. There's nowhere to go. There's no debate.
Marine with a jacket.
Christian, she can't go in Arlong tier. She gets destroyed. You got Dog Creek in there. She doesn't be Wapple. Look at this. Look at this trash tier. Christian, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Koza, Gaimon, Charlos, Flompe.
I don't know if she beats, like... It would be a fight with Koza. It'd be a fight with...
It's disappointing.
What do you want me to say?
It's disappointing.
Alright? She's not going to hit low. You can't tell me she will.
But the conviction.
She's a good character.
She does a sick move against Arlong.
Some people say Flompe is too low because you hate her so much.
Who says Flompe is too low? Knocked out by Conqueror's Haki.
Well, Balmer would definitely be knocked out by Conqueror's Haki.
Okay, fair enough. Fair point. Alright.
She's just pretty much a Navy soldier. She's pretty much a Navy foot soldier.
But she got a jacket.
Maybe slightly higher.
What if she's Kobe's rank of captain?
She's not doing Kobe feats.
Oh, it's true. But she does do a sick move against Arlong.
What did you expect? What did you expect to put her, Christian?
I want to hear the argument for low.
I can't put her low.
I want to hear it.
Zeph would fucking kick her across the room.
Zeph would never hit a lady. One.
Don Krieg would blow her up. Buggy, she can't hit Buggy.
She did do a sick kickflip on Arlong.
Alright, I get it.
Survived the battle. That's a feat.
Where do you want to put her, Christian?
That's a feat.
And she's gone in trash.
And she's going in the trash tier. Disappointing. But the reality of the situation.
Now, Christian, I was thinking about it, and I wanted to fill the tier with the least amount of people.
The very hard tier. The low mid.
Sentomaru.
I think you're on point.
Armin Haki. Not coding, but this weird thing.
The pre-time skip Armin Haki.
Apparently unmovable object. Has an axe. Controls the PX units.
Yep.
Do you foresee him beating a PX unit, Christian?
Yes, because he has Haki. Could probably crack through that shit. I think the real question is, does Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy beat him? Definitely. Right?
Luffy would beat him.
What about the Armin Haki?
It's the palms, though. I don't know if he's got body Haki.
That's true. But he does put it on his axe, because Luffy does say
It's a hard axe.
it's a hard axe.
Okay. I still think Luffy's powering through that, especially with Gear 3.
Yeah.
Post time skip as well. What does that say?
I think it's a hard task.
Because look at the tier above.
Yeah, Monet, Nolan, Hardy Jones, Brook, Caesar, Judge, Diamante, Crocker. Yeah, no. Sentamaru.
Is Nami up to date on this list?
Yeah.
With Zeus?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because
It's because of the battle feats.
the battle feats.
Yeah. Does Sentamaru fit in the low mid tier?
I think Nami... Wait, hold on with the fucking Nami complaint.
Yeah.
Because look where Brook is.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
She's
It
in the
wasn't a
bottom-
complaint, it was a question because I don't remember if we put her there without Zeus.
Yeah, we did. That's why we put her. Because she got Zeus.
Alright.
Let me think.
Can you give me a feat that cements him in the middle tier?
The middle,
Because if you can't, he's going in the low mid.
Haki on lock, can hit Crocodile, can hit Monet.
Okay.
What does that do against Crocodile?
Nothing.
Not much. Because Luffy didn't cop that much punishment from it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think low mid. I think that's fair. Sentamaru.
Good.
Sentamaru.
Interesting power scale, Christian. Not much on the hype level, but
Well, we have to fill the list.
I'm,
alright?
trying
It's
to
not
fill,
about.
I'm trying to fill the
It's not
spot.
about. All that.
Shall we move on to the question corner, Christian?
Question corner. Let's move on.
Now, Christian, the good people write in favourite segment, etc., etc. You can comment on the video below about what do you think about Arlong Park. You can ask questions about your predictions or whatever. What's going to happen?
Interesting first fucking question. I tell you what.
Give us the question.
From OG1 D God King.
Yes. Discord user, you can join the Discord. There should be a link in
Is Nojiko's characterization better than Reiju's? Is it a good one? It is a good one. It's not as good as Reiju's.
similar character. Play the older sister.
Yeah.
Level-headed.
But
Takes more of a passive approach.
Reiju understands the sins of her family and she's willing to die for them.
Yes.
She's more of a deeper character in
And
that sense.
and wants Sanji to go.
She wants Sanji to be the shining example of the gender family.
Okay.
I think Reiju's a better character overall. We get more time with her. We get more
Depth.
depth in her thoughts and her actions.
She acts like a real child would in that situation. Doesn't want
Yeah.
to get bullied by the brothers.
Doesn't want to get bullied. There's an interesting dynamic there. I think Reiju's a better character.
Has conflictions with her family and Sanji.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Germa? We like Reiju. Surely,
It doesn't matter because we're in 1-0.
hey man, we need to see that robot still.
That's true. They got a mech.
Where is it?
Where is it? Alright. Return the Side returns with a question. If you could switch two characters' devil fruits, who would they be? Switch Chopper's... No.
You can't switch Chopper.
That's what I was going to say.
Who would you give Choppers? Who would you give
I was
the
going to
hero
switch him with...
to?
I was going to switch him with
Dalton.
Dalton, so we get a bull man instead of a reindeer man. But that doesn't work.
That would be the other way around. You get a man and a bull director.
Having a cool bull reindeer on the crew. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that's just an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't switch.
So you can't do that one.
Can't switch Brook either. He'd be dead.
That's true.
Uh,
I want to give someone better the bull fruit.
that's true.
Kaku, bull fruit. Switch him.
Kaku's not the bull type.
Who?
Is it a bull or a cow? Or a calf?
It's got horns, so it's a bull.
Specifically. Because,
It's the Moo Moo model.
I don't know. What would I do? You think about it. Obviously, you want to go high tier real quick.
Yeah, but I think they're perfectly matched.
They
In the
are.
high tier.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a weighted devil fruit that
I
could
mean,
be
do you
cool.
do you switch Foxies with someone just to give someone There's a shitty devil fruit that's OP with a OP devil fruit. Do you switch like Kinemon with a slow fruit?
Why Kinemon?
I don't know.
I want to say, alright, who would benefit
Do you switch like
the most? Zoan?
Who's got a shitty devil fruit but's overpowered? No one really.
Cracker? But he's Devil Fruit Master.
He uses that devil fruit. I'm talking about a shitty devil fruit like Kinemon.
We haven't seen his theories.
So far,
they're coming after you.
So far, shitty devil fruit.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to twist the question a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to say, give Conjuro's Devil Fruit to Usopp.
So we can draw good
You
things.
can draw good things and use it in
But
combat.
Usopp doesn't have devil fruit.
Yeah, I'm explaining the question.
Do you reckon what if Usopp gets like the fucking giant fruit or something?
Come on.
The great warrior fruit. I don't know. It's a hard question.
Definitely a hard question.
Mr. Mom with Diamond Jozu. For memes.
For memes?
There you go.
Okay.
So Zoro has to try and cut diamonds in.
We'll try and work out this
Alamesta.
conundrum.
Shuri with Diamond Jozu.
Yeah, alright.
There you go.
There you go. There it is.
Okay, next.
The Mish!
Oh my Mish.
Why did Viola sleep with Doflamingo? It doesn't make sense after seeing what she did to her family. See, the Mish, Viola, very passionate woman.
Okay.
Dressrosa, a land of passion. Alright?
Maybe she got some like weird fetish thing.
Maybe. Let's not get into that. But maybe.
Hey man.
Stockholm Syndrome. A little bit of Stockholm Syndrome. Maybe she actually.
Is this coming
admires.
from? Is this some SBS thing?
It's canon at this point.
Okay.
Because she calls him Dofi. They have pet names for each other. And Oda confirmed it.
Okay.
Oda confirmed it. It's canon.
Fucking Mingo's huge, dude.
Oh, Mingo can get the job done. No doubt. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Viola, very attractive woman. But,
There we go.
there's a what do you want me to say?
You can still be physically attracted to a murderer that murdered your family.
Women, you know, I like men. Alright, they like a little bit of danger.
Alright.
Maybe they like a little bit of power. You know?
There we go.
There it is. I don't know what to tell you.
Comes down to weird fetish shit, so I should never go for Sanji, because Sanji's a cuck.
We just went on 4chan
There we go.
with Eric. Might as well cue the murky water segment right there. Alright.
Hey man, Vanish asked the question. So
Alright, from Jose. I do have a question for you guys this week. / want your opinion on. Now this is another paragraph question, and I hope it's a fucking question.
He says it's a question.
So we need to see all the emperors with some kind of weapon. Oh, we see all the emperors with some kind of weapon.
Yeah.
Big Mom with Napoleon. Whitebeard had a glaive. Shanks has Griffin. Kaido has a club.
Fucking Griffin, dude.
Don't get me too hyped.
Yep.
Blackbeard, we saw him using several pistols, but can we expect him to show up with some kind of sword next time we actually see him? To resemble more, real life pirate inspiration, because Blackbeard's the ultimate pirate.
Yep.
Also, we saw Roger using a sword in some flashbacks. Rayleigh also has a sword. All Big Mom commanders have the weapon, even though they had, mastery of the devil fruits. We also see Jack wielding 2 swords. Most of Shanks' officers have weapons, and the same goes for Blackbeard. So basically what I'm getting at is that it appears that all the high-level pirates in One Piece have some sort of weapon.
Yep.
The question is, do you think that Luffy's going to have a weapon? If so, which one? P.S. No, I don't think that he's going to be stronger with a weapon than he's normally. The normal like bruiser combat style. Nor stronger than Zoro. With a sword. I think he is.
I think it'd be funny if he was.
Secret Rayleigh training?
Yeah.
The community would fucking explode.
Zoro fanboys would lose their fucking
I
mind.
think if he doesn't get a weapon. It's the only one to add to the the pirate thing. PSSS. I exclude Marines because I think Oda's going for a pirate theme. Sword, pistols, cannons, etc. That's the last question.
Will Luffy carry a weapon around? No.
Maybe a ceremonial weapon that he never pulls out.
Like Ace with his knife.
Like Ace with his knife, like Roger with his sword. Just like have it on his body.
Roger pulls it out.
I mean, he pulls it out once. Does he use it in combat?
I will bring up Garp the Fist.
But maybe don't really...
Garp the Fist, Grandpa to Monkey D.
None
Luffy.
of the admirals have weapons, except for Fujitora now.
And Kizaru has a laser sword.
Yeah, but that's part of his power.
I get it.
Why does Luffy...
I think Oda needs to chill on the weapons a little bit.
It's Wano. I think it's appropriate to Luffy have a sword on his hilt. Just
to have it.
Aesthetic
Yeah.
purposes. But I don't think Luffy's getting a weapon.
That's not his deal.
All the top teams
And
having
if
weapons.
he would, I'd imagine him using a blunt force weapon, like a mace or something. I don't see him using a sword.
I feel like a weapon... People might say it's a handicap because a brawler's more powerful because he's using his body. It's just like different masteries of different weapons. If everyone was a fist fighter, it would get boring.
Okay.
So you have different weapons for different people. It's fun. I like it.
Yep.
All right, and that's the end of the show.
Yep. Christian, what can the people do to get involved in the show?
Comment down below.
Well,
can-
put your topic of the show suggestions in the comment section. What do you want us to talk about?
Eric came to me earlier today and he's like, "Do you want this or this?" I'm like, "Do the research." He's like, "No," so we're doing the interview.
I mean, I didn't think it was...
We could have gone into some deep shit out of
We were-
it. Because there are heaps of tidbits, heaps of moments, heaps of shit to talk about.
I brought it up because, again, on Discord, talking shit.
You gotta get off Discord. You're on Discord.
Vice captain, who's the vice captain? Let us know if you want to do that next week.
You gotta do the research.
I know the research because people were posting the research ad nauseum.
There are heaps of subtle moments, heaps of character moments.
Yeah.
So,
it needs more than 3 hours of...
Haven't we already done that debate? I swear we've already done
Let us know if you've done it already.
I'm pretty sure we've already done it. So...
Maybe in Water 7 or something.
Alright.
Next week we got a...
Chapter
and a potential guest. Still got to figure that out. Time...
Guest.
Well, the guest is happy to do it. It's just about whether Christian can be here for the entire show or whether we do an interview style like Brago and the rest. But we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
We can move things around.
Yeah.
Fucking SoundCloud, subscribe. I mean, if you watched the video up until this point...
And you haven't subscribed.
Surely you've hit that subscribe button.
This is over 2 hours.
More content.
All the content.
How long? I don't even know how long we've been
It's
going for.
9 o'clock, so it's been over 2 hours.
Shanks the Good King.
Good night.
They're not going to give you Marco, mate.
Why don't they give me Marco?
They give you shit legends, right? But no Marco, because they know. Powerhouse, double all boost and full heal? But no.